How's it going, everyone? It's stupid early in the morning, and I'm tired. I've got no sleep. I'm pretty sure Zendrik's half sick.
Oh yeah.
He's or shut in, I should say. That's his proper name.
Oh no.
No.
It's
Anyway,
Dendrick. It's Dendrick. I don't fucking know anymore.
yeah, nobody knows, but
Vince number 2.
it's hella
No,
early in the
I'm Vince
morning.
number 1. I took over. Fuck you.
Oh, you've become what you must. Some might say.
Became what he must.
See, it all comes full circle.
Yikes.
But yeah, so we're going to be discussing the patch notes today. We got a list of things that we have going on. And then we're going to be looking at the job changes from what we can compare at the media tour. So let's get it going. So I got the patch notes up on the screen here. Our fellow Thrifty Shark is back. He's making sure that we have our Shadowbringers client watch to make sure it doesn't come up early or something shifty. And then we got a new guest on the show.
Yo.
Shut-in Gaming. He is a caster main, and he can't choose whether he's going to go Black Mage or Summoner because Red Mage is dead.
Red Mage is completely dead, dude. Fuck Red Mage.
Man.
Dude, they fuck.
The 5-part spender combo, Kappa.
They still
You
fuck
press
it.
the one button twice.
They still fuck it, dude.
I think the best
There's like-
change out of all the things, apart from like, okay, yeah, cool, they got Scorch, which is a cool new ability. They got the AoE, like enhanced Moulinet or whatever it's called. It's like 20 mana, so you can use it 5 times if you want.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
This isn't. It's not Shadowbringers. It's AOE bringers.
AoE bring, yes.
Everyone got AOE.
Yeah.
Fucking Summoner actually has like an AoE like energy drain.
Everyone
got
will
it.
see me in my dungeons
Except
just doing
for
this.
scholars who no longer have AOE.
I'm just gonna be doing this in my dungeons,
And
spinning
you
my
get
axe
fucking-
around.
Yeah.
Can't build that LB break now with my Red Mage fucking raising people now. Rip.
Unlucky.
Yeah.
All right, let's get cracking on here. So we got all the different cities, Crystarium, Yulmore, all the different names have just been confirmed. This mushroom world intrigues me because I feel like this could be something later on in the game when everyone's starting to go delusional. Because they've been up for over 12 hours.
Yeah. That's
So they're gonna be all super tired, and then they're just gonna go to this mushroom world, and they're probably gonna think, "Am I high?"
that's where the Numo are, basically.
Oh, okay, that would make sense.
Right?
Then.
And the whole thing is, Lakeland is Mordona. Colucia is Lanasia.
Okay, that's
Amarang is Thanalan. Ilmeg is like old Korthus, like pre-Calamity Korthus, where it was like a grassy field.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Great Wood is, the 12's Wood, Gridania.
Yeah. That actually, like, now that you say that, it actually,
Uh-huh.
you could look at it, just be like,
In the
if you turn your head sideways, if you squint your eyes a little bit, it turns into exactly what you
in the
just said.
Titania theme, they literally like say that basically.
I haven't heard it yet.
Of Korthus. Like the lyrics basically just tell you that it's like, oh, it's something about snow and light and da 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 da. I'm like, okay.
Tell me something. Is it? He said it's Colucia, right? That kind of reminds me of was it that game called Ike, with the windmills you have to go past at a certain point in the game. I can't remember what the game's called, but you're like this little dude, and you fight giants or something. I can't remember what it was called. But those windmills remind me of that.
Okay.
But
Sounds about right.
looks pretty interesting. Then obviously we have new quests. Apparently, main scenario quests. No, who would have thought? The patch notes are quite obvious about that. Side story quests, which are now synced to your level and are.
Only
Did
the
they
new
did they specify if that's only like?
It is-
Only the
like,
new one.
Yeah, it's
Seventy-
only
Side story quest added in patch 5.
No, but I'm saying 70 and up, right?
70 and up. Yeah, so 5.0 side quests only.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is correct. One thing that everyone's super excited to get is the role quest now. So now everyone has to learn how to play the game. Who would have thought? You have to know what you're
Well,
doing.
Dude,
Apparently.
oh my God.
I
I
mean,
just
look,
had
they
a-
got the white mage is healing in the quest.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
hope to fucking God that the story, like, primal, like, fights have, like, a level. Because I just went into a trial, like, right before maintenance went down, where it's, like, some fucking I can curse on the stream, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do
Some
whatever you
fucking
want, man.
asshole got shadow like his summoner up to like whatever level, and then came in on his scholar, and he had like a level I-90 gear, and we were doing
Nice.
Susano. I'm just like, you
Oh,
motherfucker, get out of here.
yikes.
You're just screwed at that point.
Yeah, we were just dying. We were like, what the fuck's going on? And we like looked at him and we're like, wait a second, you can't heal at all.
Something's
Yeah.
wrong here.
Yeah. So hopefully this somewhat fixes that.
Yeah, you can just do these. I'm assuming we're gonna like immediately go to the first and then have to do these
Almost certainly
because it
because
looks like
it's,
they're level 70 quests, but you have to progress the main scenario. So I'm assuming it's like the first thing we do is we go there.
when you get to the Crystarium, yeah, you're
I'll
almost
just do all
certainly,
4 of these, I guess, because
I feel like it's
you
good.
get
Yeah,
a
it's gonna-
bonus quest if you do all 4.
so it's gonna be like the same thing with our ordinary job quest where it was like 70, 72.
No, the
74,
job quests
whatever.
are actually
No,
they're
this is
separate.
like
This is
Well, no,
like
but this is
one-time thing.
no, but it says the required.
no, you only have to do these once.
You
Okay.
do these you do all of these once, right? Like
Correct.
they're all level
What?
70, and then you get like a once you finish the MSQ.
So think of them as your job
and
quests.
you get a bonus level 80 quest.
Yeah,
And then
so-
you also have job quests at level 80.
Yeah, so
Okay.
think of it as like how you were doing the job quest before, except it's for a specific role, and you only
No,
have
that's what I'm saying.
yeah, and then you
Yeah.
only have to do it once per
Yeah.
role, and the roles are split up into tank, physical DPS, so that includes melees and ranged are together, magical DPS and healer. So it's only
Yeah.
4.
You see,
You only have to do it
This
4
is-
times.
they anagrammed us. It's not a role quest. It's a lore quest. That's
true.
all it is, dude.
Basically,
That's
yeah.
true.
And then at level 80, you get an additional quest once you complete the main scenario and
Yep.
a sequence of these quests. And then you have a job quest for each job, which now accumulates like 5 quests in one, and you just do it in sequence and you get a story, basically. Because before it was like, okay, I do 5 or 4, how many job quests, but it was all like, okay, I do part of the story level 72. Okay, then I have to wait a couple levels and then I can do the next one. Instead, now you just get the full sequence all in one go.
No.
Which are probably making viewing the cutscenes at the inn later, because I'm going to skip them to do things as fast as possible.
Why would you need to skip them? You don't have to do the quest. You just have your abilities already.
That's true. Well, you may have to do the quest in order to actually get your artifact here. Almost certainly.
Most definitely.
That
but,
is
like,
that you can bet your boots that that's
No.
exactly what's
No.
going to happen.
We just watch the cutscene. What's the difference?
I mean, at that point, it's probably going to be like 6 to 8 p.m., and I would have been up for a
Oh,
long
do
time.
you intend?
Oh, you
do you
think
intend to
you're
get
gonna
to
be
level
up to
80 by 8 p.m.?
Oh, yes.
I don't think so.
I'm going to try. I'm definitely
Yeah,
going to try.
You're gonna be dead.
You're gonna hit this thing called the server.
Well, yes. I mean, last time I had Raubon Extreme and I didn't play till Sunday, so...
Yeah, but this time we had, just based on the download server earlier. Oh my.
Oh, that was bad.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Yeah, I was
Right,
down to
yeah.
0.05. It's like,
How
oh
long
yeah,
was
your
your-
download will be done in 1,200 minutes. I'm like,
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, that's
Mine
only,
was
that's only
about
because everyone was
hour.
hitting refresh constantly, and they're
oh
all
yeah,
trying to... Yeah.
no. Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. So they have these custom deliveries now in the Crystarium, I believe it is. So now you have
Yeah.
different facets. So you have the facet of forging, which is blacksmith, armor, goldsmith. The facet of crafting, which is carpenter, leatherworker, weaver. Nourishing, which is alchemist and culinarian. Gathering, miner, and botanist. And then fishing gets its own one.
Hell yeah.
And of course, Koji had to go ahead and go, well, eel be damned. Instead of, well, I'll
Yeah.
be damned. So that's quality right there. So you get this little screen here. So it shows you the amount of scripts you have, and then you have an esteem level, and then a set amount of esteem. I guess you build up esteem to reach a certain level. And you do that by crafting various different items that they request of you. And then the enumeration details probably go up as you get more high quality or more items, I would assume. So and
They're
it,
basically role quests combined with custom deliveries for crafting and gathering from the looks
mhm.
of it, right?
It's-
Pretty cool.
yeah, so I assume this is
There's,
going to be 70,
no,
72, 74, 76, 78, 80. Because
no, it's just 7. This is it, right?
oh, this
And
is
then
just what you do.
you do 70, and then you get the
Yeah.
81. That's it. You do all of these, like, if you have blacksmith, carpenter, alchemist, miner, fisher, you can just do all of these,
Okay.
and then you
But
do the 81, and that's it,
is it
right?
going to be like a crafting log? Like there's going to be a bunch of different things that you're going to be able to do in sequence
Oh,
to
I
get
have
to that level?
We're gonna
no
have to
idea.
wait and see, dude.
Yeah.
It's custom deliveries. I don't know. It's probably just gonna be like all the other custom deliveries, right?
Yeah, I feel like it's going to be like
Seemingly has 6 turn-ins, so I would assume it's the same.
yeah. I mean, you get a level 70 and then you get a level 80 quest at the end of it. So whether
Yep.
they're not showing obviously the quests in between 70 to 80, which is highly
I mean,
likely.
they showed for
And additional
something
quests will be unlocking and completing the entirety of the main
that gives you
scenario
all of them, right? Yeah.
for
Yeah.
all
It's just
5.
the
Yeah,
same. It's just the same thing.
yeah.
Um,
New leaf quests will be added to Cycle Hand and Land. Obviously, that makes the most sense. The next thing I want to talk about is the fate system.
Yep.
So, from what my understanding is now you could basically just get these currencies, this gemstone, and you could turn it into people, and it makes it so that chain fates are worth doing because you now are working towards something other than, hey, I'm here just to smack the piss out of the boss and get XP for it.
yeah, you can get like riding maps with this for the zones. I mean, not that
I mean,
riding maps are useful at
I mean,
all,
you're just
but
gonna fly, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
yeah. But you can also, I think there's like minions and stuff and like housing stuff and
Mm.
So that'll get the community
Seems
driven for that.
Yeah.
For like the first. A
and
bit
then
of
like
it.
you can just get regular mats like hides and stuff.
So it's gonna be
Yeah.
super useful for early crafting,
Mhm.
Probably.
if it or the whatever in the zone,
in
basically.
the later zone, the latest, whatever the 6th zone is that we just still don't know about.
Yeah.
Yeah, because here it shows Lakeland.
There's always 6. So.
It's
Yeah.
the first As is Law.
The first
Nah,
As's
it's
Law.
gonna be the hinterlands, dude.
It's gonna be the hinterlands broken up. Yeah, because here you see Lakeland, Amarang, Ilmeg, and Calusia, and you see like there's like a badge and then like a set number of
Yeah, I don't know what the
levels.
deal with what's that progress?
Yeah, it's some type of progress
I
for
don't know
some
how the
kind.
progress. Yeah, I
I'm
don't know
assuming
how
it's like
I have
how
to get
many
in to
like
see it.
gemstones you've collected or you turned in.
No idea.
Or maybe there's there's that many number of like sequence
Unique
fates.
Super
Yes,
fates.
so, or like,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
not necessarily super fates, but like a
But
sequence.
like,
So like a fate that may be 3-part. If there's
Yeah.
let's say
it says
6 of
shared
them.
fate, right? So like,
Yeah,
There's a good amount of fates, so those could be like the last fates you have to do,
Yeah.
or the
who
chain.
knows?
yeah,
So-
yeah. Maybe it's like, hey, there's 6 fates. They have a chain of 2 or more, and you need to do basically all of them. So, yeah, so that should be pretty interesting for that. Obviously, new treasure hunts will be involved.
Maps.
Submarine stuff, housing, all the usual things. Different layout mode, which is quite cool. So you
Yeah.
can basically view things in a different way. Striking dummies. It's nice of you, Square, to give the striking dummies to us now and not the people at the media tour. That would have been nice. Probably would have made the content just slightly better, but that's just nitpicking. New fish,
Nah, that's crazy talk.
new fish, new flower
Yo, new
pots.
fish, nice.
But no new shark.
That's not a shark though. It can't
Not
be. It's not a thrifty
necessarily.
shark.
Yeah.
Not necessarily. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Some alien sharks.
Yeah. And then, I love how they're miscellaneous. They just put, oh yeah, you can just be Hrothgar and Viera now. Yeah, we'll just put that
Well,
miscellaneous.
it is miscellaneous. Come on, man.
I mean, it made it seem like they just kind of cast it off to the side.
Yeah.
But, yeah, regardless of that, they also changed the Fate Challenge log. So if you prepped your challenge log, like I did for the Fates, they obviously changed that. So now it's just complete
Doesn't
5 Fates
matter.
with the highest rating.
Something else.
I mean, that's gonna get done regardless. whether you
Yeah.
had it prepped or
Well,
not.
with this new Fates thing, it's definitely gonna get done, right?
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Because everyone's going to be doing it. Obviously, new hairstyles. The
New
level cap
emote.
has been raised to 80.
No way. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
No.
new jobs.
Apparently, there's a new job, Gunbreaker and Dancer. Nobody's heard of them, apparently.
No.
Yeah, never heard of those.
Yeah. We'll get onto that in a bit.
Actions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's going to be towards the end. The interrupt system, obviously, has been in the game, just hasn't been utilized as much.
It was just silence. Now it's literally interrupt.
Yeah.
So
Now, the thing is, they're saying interrupt effect has been added, so they obviously have this highlight on the actual screen around the ability. So like as an example
that
here, it's
tells
just
you it's interruptible, right?
yeah. Now the thing is it going to be only interruptible? Is it going to be able to be stunned?
I mean, that's the Dorm Chimera, so it's stunnable, but
Yeah.
it's like pacifiable or something. But
Mhm.
I don't know about other things. Like maybe. Oh, look, it says Flying Sardine and Bad Breath count as So yeah, it's just silence.
Yeah.
If Flying Sardine and Bad Breath are doing interrupt, you're just renaming silence to interrupt,
Yeah, and they're trying to make it important, I guess.
and they removed
You mean
silence.
Bonito?
They literally
If-
removed silence effect.
Yeah,
and made
flying
it
flying
the same
bonito.
thing. I'm assuming it's like
Yeah.
maybe it has resistance now to interrupt. Maybe that's why they changed it, because silence had no resistance. You could just silence over and over again.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's
But
true.
maybe this has resistance.
Yeah, because there's what is it? It's tanks and ranged have the ability to interrupt things.
Yeah, interject and head graze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So whether things can be stunned or not is still yet to be seen. But obviously, one notable one was Blaster from A6.
Yeah.
If you didn't silence Mind Blast, you
Got
wiped.
fucked.
Yeah, you got fucked pretty good. It confused everyone and made you all hit each other and look stupid.
Jugulate, 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 jugulate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Charged actions are obviously implemented. And then we have weapons
Except for
skills
that.
on unique timers. So Air Anchor, as an example, from Machinist, as its recast.
We have a new timer. Like, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
the
the timer
timer
on it.
though.
Yes, is pretty
Yeah.
cool as well.
With the charges.
Yeah.
And everything. Yeah.
All the things with pets, obviously.
Pets are completely. They're just like a thing.
They're just
Ifrit.
the effort's still there.
It's
No,
still there.
fucking, I don't have to say Ifrit anymore. Fucking.
Oh, because it won't die. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking
True.
every time in Omega, just fucking
It
die.
happened every time.
It
You just
just-
get zapped.
He just
Yeah,
got
yeah.
zapped or cleaved.
I
or
literally had
whatever.
to micromanage like Ifrit. I'm like, get over here.
And then he
Look at
just
me.
wouldn't do it. 'Cause
Yeah.
He's lazy.
And he's just sitting there. He's like, "But I gotta hit balls.
I gotta punch
balls?
it.
I gotta
Hit the
claw this
balls.
thing."
Okay.
God.
So Piety is obviously still in existence,
God.
but it increases your MP regen rate. What that equates to, who knows? Because MP seems to be, in my opinion, pretty tight for some jobs, less so for others. And then they obviously reduce the parrying and blocking stats to accommodate for increase in stats.
It's less effective, right? So I'm guessing that means it's like 15% instead of 20.
Yeah, or thereabouts, or maybe you obviously need a certain amount more to,
No.
or
No.
no. Oh yeah, that's
the
gonna
only
swing
thing
a
it could
flat
be.
rate.
Yeah. They're just.
Yeah, because it was getting pretty ridiculous, right? It was like 25% in some
Pretty
points
sure it's
for
20.
blocks.
Pretty sure it's 20. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, no.
But
It's
if it's
like,
15, that's that's fine.
I mean, yeah.
That's pretty good.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I mean with Sheltron into the game now, where it just blocks for the duration instead. That's a bit interesting. Sheltron's a bit strong, I would say so.
That's why they nerf block.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then, so what they did to kind of force you to have one of each role and not go into the Bard, Dragoon, Machinist, Ninja comp from Heaven's Ward that was so notoriously created
Yeah.
there. Now you gain 1% strength, vitality, dex, mind, intelligence, up to a maximum 5%. So the roles are tanks, melee DPS, ranged physical, magic DPS, and healer. So if you bring one of each of those, you get 1% per,
Yeah.
and then you're
I'm
good.
going Arcanist, boys.
Hell
Yeah,
no.
you can. You can if you want.
I believe in the power of class.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I'm coming rogue.
So that means
Yeah, you
I'm
are.
coming Marauder. Can I?
No mudras.
Can-
Can't lag my mudras if they don't
Yo,
exist.
Fucking, we'll do Eden on classes only.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Can I go Marauder and still get Raging Strikes and Hawk's-Eye? No,
And
those don't
blood for
exist.
blood.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I want all of those. I want to pop all my buffs and walk up and just go chop.
Not like this.
um.
Okay, let's
So
see.
yeah, then we got the armory bonus. Obviously, it's just something that's always the same.
It's always the same. They just move it up
Yeah.
every time.
And then we got the dungeons here. So this looks like it's in the
Yeah.
Great Wood. I think this is the level,
First one.
the one in the
The
media
last
tour.
one, yeah, the last one looks like a level 67 dungeon.
This reminds me of the
it's
Vault.
like three,
This-
four, basically,
This
right?
reminds me of the Vault, and this one is obviously towards
First-
the beginning, I would think, because
This
it's
first
the
one is
burning
like
down.
confirmed in Lakeland. I'm pretty sure.
Is it?
I believe so.
We're talking about the last one because I really can't. I'm
No, the
basing
top-
it
the
off
top.
of-
The like.
Oh, the one with the
Oh,
the
yeah, the one with the big
It's
ass
like,
lake.
it's like you do it immediately, like upon getting there, right?
yeah
Yeah,
That from that French leak thing.
yeah.
yeah, and
confirmed,
now we
like-
know who we fucking fight with. Too.
And then this, like, the second one.
Now the thing is this going to be a level 70 dungeon? You think?
No, 71.
No, 71. It's 71. We already know. Yeah.
Okay, so we still don't know what our
The
ninth
second one is
dungeon
actually. I think this is the. Isn't this the Dawn Meg or whatever? But like it changes a lot, right?
Well, this one looks to me like the forest that is getting burnt
The
down.
third one is Raktika. 100%. It's like the one in Raktika, right? But that
Yeah.
one's supposed to. That one also has like weird
Oh, they're asking if you're ninja now.
weird stuff.
Oh, if I'm a ninja?
No,
Hell no.
Oh, thrifty.
I'm just. Dude, there's no class for samurai. I was just memeing. Come on, man.
No.
And this last one is, I'm guessing this is near Kalusia or something, where like or maybe it's in Thanalan because there's if you or like the whatever it's called Almarang, where it's just like a big flood of light. So maybe this would be there because this is like a temple of light kind of thing. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's really 50-50.
yeah, it's a bit.
I'm calling that the 67 dungeon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. No,
the
this is like
Wang
the
Golem.
order. But then after that, we're not allowed to see because spoilers.
Yeah, exactly. Apparently, it's too good.
Like every dungeon, like all the expert dungeons, spoilers.
Too good.
Yeah.
And we're not even getting another expert dungeon until Eden comes out, right?
No, way after that.
Eden Savage or whatever.
Well, apparently they said
No,
9
we
dungeons
have-
on
no,
release.
that's not a dungeon. That thing when Eden's out, that's the map dungeons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because when the expansion drops, we get 9 dungeons, which is one more than what we got before. So what people were thinking is that
we
it
can only
was.
see
Would it be a
4
level
of them.
70 dungeon? Would it be 4 expert dungeons? Who knows? You know.
Okay.
Or it's
So-
probably like story dungeon, like then maybe
Level 70.
instanced fight, then another story dungeon. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. They're cool.
Double story dungeon, Castrum into Praetorium. Anyone?
Ooh.
Potential. Hey, that's a good shout.
No,
That's
it's
a good
happened
shout.
before.
We could have another fucking. I don't want to. Yeah, my main scenario roulette.
Oh yeah,
Hell
dude.
yeah.
Oh,
Pick a
I've
card.
been complaining, dude. They need to put the damn story quest. Like, when was the last time you guys did Aethero Chemical Research Facility?
That's a great
I don't
question.
wanna
Or
do it.
Stormblood, right?
probably.
Yeah.
And that was probably when I was farming tomes for a relic.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, I'm not
Exactly.
even remembering what AK like what. Fuck, what was that dungeon?
La Habrea at the end with the
Oh, yeah.
Yorm.
Fuck, I haven't done that in forever.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm like, why is that
Yeah.
not the main scenario? Like, it's literally a
Good
story.
question.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be
I don't know.
that'd be pretty dope.
Yeah.
It would make sense.
Yeah.
I don't know.
EXP
Then
chain bonus has also been removed, but it's also been so in an ideal sense what they're
They
basically
just
gonna get.
put
They're
it
gonna
into
regulate
XP.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just increased XP all
Yeah,
around.
so no matter how
Yeah.
fast you do the dungeon, how slow, they want it to be
Yep,
even
yep.
for everyone.
That's for
which,
trust.
Yeah,
That's to
exactly.
make trust not terrible.
Yeah, and speaking of trusts,
Speaking of trust,
Oh my god, it's like you planned this or something.
wow.
well, actually, the patch notes have them right next to each other, which is
Oh,
which
Yeah,
is
yeah,
good.
they put them right next to each other.
it's
Yeah,
crazy.
Wow.
which is good. So
We all
trust,
know
High leveling system right here. The trust.
Yeah.
yeah, so trust. They said that it's gonna take around like 30 minutes or so if you're going along with the trust system. Obviously,
No,
depending
the
on what
question is,
role you are.
are you guys gonna do trust dungeons first, or are you gonna do it after you finish the dungeon?
First. I'm doing it first.
It depends, right? Because there is a high chance that everyone is going to be doing the trust just for the first time to see
Yeah.
what it's like. For someone like me who wants to get to 80 and then pass out, I don't think extending my dungeon time is going to help.
Yeah.
So,
Wait, Jen, are you tanking by the way?
I am, yeah, I'm playing warrior.
Okay, so
Yeah, no, you don't
you
want to do
want you want to
trust.
pair up, buddy?
Like if he's on
I'm
the
on
other data
Aether.
center. Yeah.
I'm on
You're a
Aether.
poo poo.
I'm on Aether, dude. It's okay.
Okay,
Both of
yeah.
our servers are gonna go down, and Crystal's just gonna be partying, just like leveling, and we're just gonna be sitting here like, why are our data
No, they're
centers
gonna be
dead?
like ERPing and.
That's what I was gonna say.
Everyone's just
All
gonna
my-
be. Oh, side note for the jobs, I kind of passed over them. For Dancer and Gunbreaker, they put them right next to the Aetherites, and I'm not talking about just any old Aetherite, the main Aetherite, as in like the Dancer one is right next to the
Dude,
Limsa main Aetherite.
I'm telling you, I wonder how many people are gonna pick up Blue Mage when they go to get Dancer. Like,
Oh, on
it's
accident.
right next to the main Aetherite in Limsa as well.
Oh lord.
It's just in the other direction. So
But
if they
everyone,
just see like, oh, it's in Limsa.
but
I'm just like,
everyone should
I
already
know.
have Blue Mage unlocked, right? Surely.
Fuck you! I never.
not
touch-
returner players. They won't have it.
I refuse to touch Blue Mage.
Yeah,
Blue Mage is fine. It's a nice minigame.
it's a nice mini game.
That's a nice minigame. That's your fuck. That's the answer I needed. Thank
Yeah.
you. Pussy.
It was a nice minigame.
I'm gonna fucking play.
I do it every
minigame.
once in a while for the marks or whatever they call it.
I thought Blue Mage was unlocked in Thanalan.
Allied seals. No,
No.
Oh.
Not that
no,
I-
it takes you there. I'm pretty sure, but
It's
the quest
there's-
starts in Limsa.
This shows how much little I know of Blue Mage. Where
I
don't
remember
give a
because
shit
I
about it.
unlocked it, and then
I-
then we went to like Kurthis and power leveled us to 50 in about an hour.
I just
Yeah.
remembered. I just
That's
remembered
pretty
at FanFest when the Square CEO came across stage in a Blue Mage cave. It was so hype, and then he was like, "Oh, it's a limited job." And at the time, we're like, "We
And
don't
we're like,
care. We
what
got
does
Blue
that
Mage."
mean? Could it not mean what we think it means?
And then he's like,
Yeah.
"You can't use it in raids," and then everyone left the room basically.
Yeah.
And
Like,
we're just like, yikes. Okay,
but
back to this.
yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously 2 new trials. Echo for all the previous stuff has been increased. The tombstones. So the way they're gonna work is, when you hit level 80, you have one that just is infinite that caps at 2k, but you'll just spend it
Yep.
before you get there. No weekly limitation, and that's Gosha, I think it's pronounced, or
Goetia?
Gotia.
It's like the same as the
I want to say Goetia.
Heavensward Black Mage gear was called that too, right?
Oh yeah,
Fuck, it
yeah,
was.
It was, yeah, that's true.
Except
And
it was
then-
trash.
It's also like wasn't it like something to do with the Void Arc storyline as well? I don't remember.
No. That was it had to do with the Void, but it had nothing to do with the Void Arc.
Oh, the Void. That's what it was.
Yeah, you were like
Yeah, it was the
fighting
Void.
Void monsters coming from the Void.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you're stopping them.
Yeah.
Because that was like the society name. I'm pretty sure,
Yeah.
or something like that. I don't remember exactly. Oh, there's a dog walking around on my lap.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
And then obviously when the Savage raid comes out, they're gonna introduce the tombstones of Phantasmagora. I think I pronounced that one right. That's gonna be 4 weeks
Yeah.
after. So 4 weeks as of Tuesday coming.
Phantasmagoria.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's
Phantasmagoria.
gonna be your weekly cap tombstone of 450 a week, which you're gonna spend
Yeah.
on the raid gear. Creation has been removed when you log in, so
Yeah,
if you
I
didn't
mean,
transfer
You
it,
already got rid of it.
You got fucked.
Yeah, and then Mendacity and Genesis are no longer obtainable, and everything's just going to go
Yeah,
into
they're just like how
Poetics from
creation
before.
was. Yeah, you just turn them all into poetics.
Yeah, which
Have
makes
fun.
the most
Yeah.
sense.
Gear up those fucking
You
jobs
undersized
of thinking, gear.
Stormblood stuff. Nice.
Yeah, that's just normal. But
Also,
the Great Hunt is not undersized. You cannot
Yeah,
do
no,
Rathalos
that's
undersized.
you still have to get Rathalos the same way.
Yeah.
yeah.
Also,
Especially-
I heard that there's no weapons for Yukov and
Well, yeah,
Uwu
no,
for Dancer
it's
and Gunbreaker.
it's more than just that. There's no like old primal weapons at all.
Oh,
Yeah, no.
okay.
The only thing that we got for Dancer and Gunbreaker is Ultima weapons and the Tombstone gear.
Wait, Ultima.
Yeah, Ultima has
Oh,
weapons.
you mean Omega?
Oh man, my bad. Ugh.
Yeah, Omega
Yes.
weapon.
Yeah.
I'm like Ultima.
Yeah. So
They're
the
both
latest,
Alligator.
basically
Yeah, I know.
the latest
Well,
Tombstone and Raid gear, basically.
They're not.
Yeah.
Omega's not. But
Well, kind of.
Now,
Omega's just an alien robot.
now one thing we got here that's
We'll talk about
interesting.
that later.
So Alliance raids and leveling roulette. If you're adventure in need, hopefully that's tank. You get cracked Stella clusters
Oh, it's
and
healers.
plenty clusters.
It's not gonna be tank.
I know
It's
it's
gonna
gonna
be healer,
it's gonna be
It's
healer.
Gunbreak. It's healers.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be
Not even a
healers.
question. There's only 3 of them.
It's gonna be
And one of them
DPS.
doesn't exist anymore, right?
It's gonna be
So there's only
DPS.
2 of them.
It's gonna be DPS because all of the DPS are gonna be freaking in heaven on
Should be
high.
Snapper.
Oh,
How true.
100%.
It's gonna be heaven on high. There's gonna be tanks.
Yikes.
There's gonna be people leveling the other 3 tanks, right? All the DPS will be leveling Dancer, so there's just gonna be an adventure in need. That's how it's gonna work, right?
You get 1 Stella cluster and 2 Planet clusters.
And now apparently the Stella cluster is the Materia 8s.
It's
The
8s,
Planny
and
clusters are the 7s.
Planning through the 7s.
Yeah.
That's good though.
Oh,
So.
good thing I'm gonna be doing both of those.
Oh shit. I'm gonna move this over here. Okay. Then we got hunts. So we can see all the different enemies. So we got we got a lizard. We got a cactus with very fancy hair, if I do say so myself.
No, those are just regular mobs.
Oh, these are just regular mobs?
Those are
The-
just
the-
those are just
the elite
overall
marks are
mobs,
down.
Yeah,
Yeah, the elite marks are
the elite
down.
marks are right below it. Yeah.
Oh, so these could be A ranks or B ranks down here. Yo,
Yeah, but
dude, you got the toad. Look at the toad. The robot toad.
What, the Toadbot?
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
and you got
Pepe
the boss
Pepe
from
bot?
the Salt
Yeah, dude.
dungeon or whatever.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
big
and
horsey.
you got this like
Yeah.
red hot chili pepper dude.
Yeah, he looks like a red hot chili pepper coming out of like a little
It's got
container.
a phase. It's coming out of a pot
Yeah.
or
I
something.
can barely see that.
You zoom and enhance, dude.
Enhance.
Can I even? I'm gonna try. Here we go.
Oh, and you get these nuts things too. Sacks of nuts.
Yeah, dude.
Oh yeah, what are those for?
They're like hunt token things.
Presumably like Centurio Seal type things.
Okay.
They're not. I think they're literally like a token though. Aren't
Yeah.
they? They're like an item.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Maybe
Yeah,
they're not. Maybe they are just a new thing.
Yeah.
That would make sense because they're only from this new Novran.
And you can't get those nuts unless you start the hunt quest. Like you need
Yeah.
to say, I'm
Yeah.
doing Shadowbringers
You have
hunting
to
now.
start-
Yeah, which
you
is
have
in the
to start-
Crystarium at level 70.
Yeah, so it's like you have no
I mean,
excuse
you're
of
gonna
not
get
doing
it
that.
almost immediately, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they have this these marks, these messages where it tells you, hey, look, you sent a powerful presence for an S
Yeah.
rank. If you pick up your B ranks, you can then, I believe, click on the actual bill, and it'll say you sent your mark to the north. It's not going to give you an exact location like the Aether Current things, which are in the game, by the way. HeyoCptJack did confirm that we will have to pick up Aether Currents, whether they're all
Yeah, of
tied to the
course- I mean, of
story.
course
It's
we are.
always
Yeah.
That's how they make big zones like seem
like
even bigger.
Yeah.
at the beginning, and then you fly,
massive
and
when you get into them, and then
Yeah.
you once you can fly, it's like, oh, it's not that. Not
Yeah, you
actually
fly
that-
around, you get that little bit of extra XP. Every little bit counts.
Yeah, of course, full
Yeah.
map, dude.
Increase the Centuria Seals to 4,000 as a
That's
cap.
just proof that they're making it. These nuts are just a new thing, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Because the
exactly.
Centurions are like gone, basically.
Stone Sky Sea, obviously is added for all the new fights.
It's
Um,
called the Lawns.
the lawns.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Lawns.
Yeah, come on,
an
dude.
Because the
expansion
other
of
one was
Stone Sky
called, I
Sea.
don't remember what the other one was called.
Yeah, I don't fucking know.
I
Yeah.
forgot the quest name. It was like up on the thing on top of outside of Rogers. I don't
Yeah.
remember what it was
Yeah.
called.
And then we got some PvP changes. I think the only
PvP
change
is like a whole new game mode.
it's a whole new game mode, and melee
Like
attacks are
every
5 yalms.
job just has different stuff. Like you can melee attack from 5 yalms, and there's no TP in that either. And it's like very different
Yeah.
again.
And then there's obviously various different items. So the materia, obviously, is the main one. The 7s and 8s, like we mentioned, are in the game. You can obviously no longer meld your main stats, and they're basically effectively out of the game. So,
They are. They didn't make new ones.
but the
So.
one nice thing is that they changed Mutamix so that you don't have to do the cutscene over and over and over again. And he goes, "Ooh, bubbly pots, we made your materia. Hello." And you're just like, I have 7,000 of these. I would like to do this a little bit quicker, Mutamix. You know, we got some stuff going on. I gotta get out of here.
The lights are coming.
Yeah, you know. So I assume a lot of people are gonna be taking their 4s and 5s and 6s and turning them into 7s and 8s.
Hell no.
That all depends. Otherwise, it's going to the
Nobody
vendor.
got time for that with way too many materia.
Yeah.
I sold.
And then we got obviously new hand and land abilities. So they added some new abilities. They have a bunch of different
this. So
names.
I
But
saw what this reuse ability does.
what does it do?
So it's like when you get your quality, if you get your quality to 100%, you can use reuse, and it gives you a chance of just getting, like when you finish the synth, you just have a chance of getting some of the mats back anyways.
Oh, it's dope.
Oh, that's OP.
Yeah. People are like, wait,
I make
that should be
everything.
like insanely broken.
I make everything out of nothing.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. And
I
then
don't know how much it costs. I don't know. I didn't read into it other than that. I just saw that. I was like, wait, that sounds.
You see this armor here? It costs
But they
nothing.
changed Inner Quiet.
Yeah, Inner Quiet and
Inner
Bargot's
Quiet
Blessing.
is like super nerfed.
Yeah, so Inner Quiet can only go up to a certain amount of stacks. However, everyone gets Bargot's Blessing. So
No, it's not the stacks. It's the control number.
no, I'm saying that's what I'm saying. But everyone gets Bargots now, so you don't have to add it to your class. But Inner Quiet stacks overall are nerfed, which has interaction with Bargot's Blessing.
And yeah, and innovation, like, so like if you get to like, if you had a full stacks, you were already at like 41 something control, like before innovation. So like now you're just, this doesn't even get buffed with innovation. It just stays at 3,000. So you have to, it's gonna be like completely different crafting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And they also nerfed Maker's Mark, right? They made it only go 25 steps.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they're really gonna make people
Piece by piece, and
use their brains for like a couple days, and then they'll know exactly what to do, and then it doesn't matter
piece
anymore.
by piece, and muscle
Get that
memory
macro
can't go over 1,000.
Yeah. Basically, everyone's gonna have to change their crafting macro. Something else.
Yes.
Yeah, that's about
And
it.
then the heart of the X class
Yeah,
can
no,
only be
I mean,
used 5 times.
Has anyone ever used that skill?
No.
You need like
Yes.
manual work, don't you? Is that the one
Yeah,
I'm thinking of?
that's the one that you have to use the delineations for.
That was like never worth it. I'm pretty sure.
It was when your gear sucked.
Oh well, get better gear. What the hell? What's wrong with you?
No, but it made it so that when you hit max level, and you were like the tier below like the best crafting gear, the 340 stuff, you could basically get any craft successful as long as you had enough times to use heart of the whatever.
That's never happened to me in this game. I've always had the best crafting gear, so it's not exactly hard to get because you can do it with like really. You can always do it with really cheap melds, and it's like fine. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And then we got the new crafting HUD, which is it makes it a lot easier.
It's
very
gonna help
nice.
people to solve the rotation instantly.
It even tells you how much quality you're going into it. It tells you at 100% efficiency
fucking
how much your
useful.
synth in progress is going to be as well.
It
Which is
tells you
nuts.
what your basic would do for like synth or touch, right?
Yeah.
And then every other synth and touch are just based off. They're just percentages of this, right? So like,
That's fine as well. I didn't get all my crap to this 70, so unfortunately.
Unlucky.
Well, no, it's not unlucky. I fucking stopped playing the game for a while.
you just didn't do the Namazu, which
Exactly.
just like literally if you just do Namazu every day, it's like instant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then you get, obviously, the cool little synth window, which basically means you ignore your buff bar completely.
No, the
Yeah,
before
you
is
can just
done.
look at this
It's not
now.
done.
It's great.
Mm-hmm. It even tells you if you're using collectible synth, because you know, I've had many of times.
Oh my
It's got
god.
it's got the collectible synth buff and it has the little cube next to it as well. It's
Mhm.
got
Dude.
both. And it's got a cube on top as well. It's got three
Yeah.
three things telling
indicators.
you you're doing. It probably has you probably have an actual buff on your buff as well, like your buff.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you just have everything.
Dude, I need that because fucking I spent so much time making a collectible, high quality. I'm like, wait, no. God.
Yeah, the window looks pretty good. No more looking in multiple places. And then you got the different gathering actions. I'm not gonna try. Enhanced GP regeneration from 6 to 7, probably.
Yeah, literally is what it is. Called that like 2 years ago. Not exactly hard to understand.
And then they have the introduction of white scripts. Blue scripts are basically gonna be removed.
Oh yeah.
They already don't exist, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Okay,
red
you
scripts
already
are
couldn't get them for like a year.
yeah.
Or
And
2
then
years.
basically you're just gonna be using yellow scripts for order stuff.
Yep.
Okay, so these mounts.
Yes.
Which one's the primal mount?
One on the
dragon.
bottom. The
The
dragon.
dragon is the
It's called
primal.
like a gribber.
Yeah.
So
The gribber.
the one with
People are
the
thinking-
one with the Lalafell on it.
Yeah, and they
We're
and
thinking you're
it's,
gonna get like Hraesvelgr or something ridiculous as a mount.
and then from what people have been saying, the Triceratops is the hunt.
The Triceratops is the new hunt using the like it only from new hunts. So you have to do 2,000
Oh my
New
god, are you
Avery.
serious?
and 1,000 new S ranks.
Oh my fucking god. Okay.
But I
Yep.
think the new ones will count towards the old ones. So if you just do all of your stuff in the new stuff, you'll get like the tiger as well.
Yeah. It's not a pain in the ass, dude.
Oh yeah, it's like getting the tiger all over again, but you can only use one zone. Like
Oh my god. Yeah, boy.
But it's easier to do in the beginning of the expansion because you have the instances.
it should be not
And
too
you-
bad. Well, no, it'll be super easy now because
Well, the thing is, we're gonna have
travel worlds.
3 instances
you
most
have
likely,
3.
and you could travel worlds.
Yeah, no, like
Yeah.
I think in general these hunts are. I mean, they work differently. I think they spawn differently, so they're probably faster. I don't know.
Mm.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
about
like
traveling-
putting this in was like a joke. Like, why would you have it so high and show off the mount immediately?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
forget. Traveling worlds, you have to go to like a main aetheryte, right?
Yeah, but it's like instant.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
it'll have queue times at the beginning. Like,
Yeah.
no way you're gonna be able to get in.
Yeah. So
Don't swap worlds at the beginning of the expansion.
yeah, that just sounds like
Yeah.
a terrible idea.
It's a mistake.
got new barding.
For the choker, bro.
Oh yeah, they showed
Yes.
another barding. They showed the
Titania.
Titania barding.
Yeah, it looks nice.
On what was it on? Instagram?
Yeah, it was Instagram.
Yeah.
I think I have it still.
It's up there somewhere.
Yeah, I see the two bardings. One looks like a desert choker, bro. One looks like a,
Dancer. And
and then there's the other, the
That's probably like main
mass
story?
choker, bro.
the Dark Knight.
Choker,
Isn't that
bro.
Dark Knight?
I have no idea what it is, dude. I know the top one's a dancer, probably. I mean, look at
I feel like we'll get the Chocobo barding after you finish like all the role quests,
Oh,
Almost
maybe.
certainly.
because it's like a
Yeah.
warrior of darkness.
Yeah.
Tribes of that.
Okay, what else we got?
New
Um,
minions.
We got
Yeah,
the
minions.
new little minions.
There's
Got
a
a
lot
little.
of minions. There's like a
There's
bunch.
God.
there's gonna be
Oh,
a photos.
there's a minion.
There's a
Yeah.
bunch of minions.
Yeah.
There's a fucking minion.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna be moving their retainers to the
Oh, yeah,
Crystarium.
turn minion names off, and don't look.
Yeah, just turn minions off.
Dude,
Oh,
just,
it'll be like that one
pre-warning.
going into Stormblood for
Savage.
who was it? It was it Papa? It was Papa Limo.
Papa Limo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they had that title was like
they
dumb
wanted-
spoiler,
They changed it, right?
and it was
Yeah,
still a
they did.
dumb spoiler.
Yeah, but this
That was
one
it.
is like.
That was 3.5, right?
Yeah,
I'll say this: if you because I've seen the fucking minion. If you don't remember a certain
Yeah.
thing, you're probably not gonna get spoiled. If you do, you'll be like motherfucker. So just turn it off.
Definitely don't tell me
Yeah.
that.
I think I have minions just turned off, and I think you just have everything turned off except for like initials. From what I remember, not that
forgot
I.
that-
I have a thing that has everything turned off. Like
I forget that you
have
have to register
my
these guys.
Raubon with 10 exclamation marks, chat tab with system only, and we got all names of everything turned off except for NPCs.
Yeah, just turn off all names in general for like the beginning.
We got the new retainer HUD. Looks pretty cool. So you can
Yeah.
see how much stuff you have in your inventory, how much gil,
Yeah, apparently-
items, all that stuff.
It's nice.
Retainer animations upon being summoned or dismissed have been adjusted to increase responsiveness of the interface. That means it won't take 12 years when you click to summon your retainer.
Yeah,
Feels good.
exactly.
That
But
was the
I
worst
I like how it's all in one, so you can see everything in one go.
Yup.
Yeah.
Which is super nice. But except they got this wrong on the HUD. There's no such thing as a Limsa or a Gridania retainer. It's just gonna be Crystarium because
Yep.
that's
true.
what everyone's gonna do.
I mean,
Um.
sure. Keep mine where they are, I think.
Yeah.
The market board's in the Crystarium, so
Keep mine.
Also, you can change them to
I'm gonna keep mine in
Rothgar and-
Kugane because that's where like most people who buy things houses are.
that's also true. Yeah,
Yeah.
So they're gonna want to buy it with no tax. So
yeah,
No, always text.
yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
we don't get the tax.
Yeah, I know.
yeah.
I want them to buy the item.
And you were
I
saying that
believe
we
them,
can
no tax.
we could change the
But yeah,
retainers to Hrothgar and Vieira.
Yeah. And then also from what people have been saying is like, if you want to make sure that you like your gear looks good on you before you change your character to like your main
Just do it
character
on-
to
you just do it on
your-
a retainer. Yeah.
yeah, like preview that shit so you don't waste your. How much is a?
Fantasia? I don't
yeah.
have no idea. Like probably like $10.
$10. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. And then you can also change your retainer, which I'm going to be changing mine to a Gunbreaker or a Dancer. So I'm going to have, what is it?
Oh.
Gunbreaker, Paladin, Warrior, Miner, I think I have.
My Fisher that's not gotten me an item in 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't.
It's completely useless, but I have
I
it.
made sure to have 3 battle retainers because I know how AIDS it was last time to get just like, what was it? There's anything Weaver basically came from a monster, and it was just like, okay, well this is annoying.
Me.
Yeah, that's the one. And the other fleece or whatever it was called, and
Puffs or whatever.
Fucking fleeces.
Purple puffs.
yeah, dude, legit. It was just like, okay, you need 4 of this item to make 1 of these, and then this makes this. You need 3 of this item to make the threads, and then 4 of this item and more of the cloth to make the next item. It's like,
Yep.
so it's like I end up needing like a
Weaver's
stack.
always a big yikes.
Yeah, I end up needing a stack of an item in order to make like a shirt. It's like,
But now we can just do the fates and just buy them
and get
from
more. Yeah.
the vendor.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
feels
So
good.
hopefully that'll reduce the inflation of the
That should make
of
it
the
not
early
terrible.
stuff.
Yeah.
yeah. But I mean the
So-
market board's gonna be nuts overall
Oh yeah.
because there's
Yeah, you
multiple.
just gotta wait for it
areas.
to die
Always
down.
is.
Yeah, basically. We got the party finder with the party list as well, so you can ask for you're looking for party when you're in FC chats and stuff like that,
Oh,
which is
that's
nice.
You
So-
can, yeah, you can like shout it and then they can just click it and join.
Yeah.
It's good.
I
And
mean,
then
yeah.
yeah, it's pretty straightforward. It's basically just like linking an item, from what I can tell.
Yeah. You just
I miss
link
the
your
good-
party finder.
I miss the good old days where you just had to shout, looking for a party. No
Oh,
party
dude, I
finder.
remember doing that for hours.
I am I have a
Now you can do that while also having the party finder up.
I have a Stardust Rod Plus.
Oh,
One?
hell yeah. Zenith?
Oh yeah, no Zenith, just the
No,
Plus. Remember
no,
that?
just a plus? Oh,
Just a
okay.
plus.
Plus.
And now shields are going to be represented in the party list as like a little green bar. And if it's over shielding on top of you, it's gonna be it's kind of hard to see in the smaller
That's a
image.
yellow bar. By
That's
the
a
way.
Or yellow, sorry.
Yeah.
You made me think I was colorblind for a second.
Colorblind, by the way.
It's like
Yeah, so it's this
goldish
little
yellow.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the craziest thing is now that Scholar has technically 3 different types of shields. So they have the one from Seraph, and then Adlo is split up into Galvanize and Catalyze.
Yeah,
So
if you crit, right?
if you crit, yeah.
But when you crit.
Yeah, because you're always going to crit, because that
Not
new
if,
ability is
when
dumb.
you crit. Yeah.
Dude, recitation's so stupid, and I was like, and I saw that ability, I was like, this is the reason...
Scholar is nerfed into the ground. It's
Dude.
unplayable.
Dude, everyone's complaining about
Especially when it
Scholar.
has a guaranteed crit move.
It's dead. Scholar's dead.
Dude,
dead,
like...
dead job, by the way.
Red Mage is dead. Scholar's dead.
Yeah, we'll get on to that in a bit.
Red Mage is fine for
for
prog
that.
still. So
Oh, Red Mage
No,
is going to
Red
be
Mage-
Prog City, but...
it's literally
Red-
still
Red-
prog.
You can't make me Thrifty.
No, you don't have to.
Yeah, I'll just do Summoner.
Yeah, just play Summoner. It's fun.
Yeah, do
Also,
Spellblaze.
we can now all get triggered when the
Yeah.
boss doesn't die at 0.1% instead of 1%, so...
Oh yeah.
You skipped a Glamour Dresser?
No, I haven't
The
skipped
most
that yet.
important.
Did I skip?
I think you did skip it.
Oh, no, I did.
Yes.
I did. It's right here, yeah. So,
It's
Glamour
double.
Dresses...
The two things.
It's doubled and it's
See,
15 plates.
see the thing...
Insane.
So, there's how many jobs in the game? What, 15? 17? Battle
No,
jobs?
There's like 17, 18.
And then you have 8 crafters and 3 gatherers. So if you wanted to get the unique gear as glamour plates for all your things, you're not even close.
Oh no, you're not supposed to do that though. Like you're like you
I
gotta
mean-
pick for like you're not supposed to do it for all the crafters and all the gatherers.
I mean, there are some people that want to because the crafting gear
Yeah,
and
that's
the
called-
gathering gear
that's-
looks cool.
You know why you do that? You know how you do that? You just well, you can do all the crafters gather, right? They are gonna
Yeah.
share gear, so you're gonna have to have plates for that. But things that don't share gear don't need plates. If you're gonna look like one, like say you're a dragoon. Dragoon doesn't need a plate. You can just glamour that gear,
Yeah, you could.
right?
But then
No.
you...
Ninja doesn't need a plate. You can just glamour that gear,
That's true.
right?
That is true. But isn't it like
Now,
in
all
the
the other
begin-
ones share gear. I'm pretty sure at this point, but
But I mean, like, if you think that your coolest looking gear is like, so the 290 stuff from Stormblood, when you got to your level 70 and you opened up the chest and you got all your cool gear from your job quest, and you thought that was the coolest gear, that is job specific. You can't put that on tank or on any of
Yeah.
the other tanks. As an example, if
That's
I got my
why-
warrior gear, I couldn't make myself look like a
that's why you
warrior's
make a
paladin.
cool tank glamour, general tank glamour, and then if you want like one of the tanks to look like their job gear, you just have that as a plate.
Yeah.
But then the other 3 are on the general gear.
I remember when the Tombstone gear was the AF gear in Heaven's Ward. So when you bought a let's say a Dark Knight body, you spent all this tomes into a Dark Knight body, and it's just like, well, now I need to go get the warrior
Remember
one
when
or the paladin one.
Tombstone gear
Yep.
was the AF gear in 2.0.
That too, yeah.
When we got 300 a week.
Oh my god.
And wasn't
Fuck.
that-
300 a week.
I
that was
remember
Myth,
that.
wasn't it?
And huh?
Was it Myth
Yeah, Myth.
back then?
300 a week myth, and we had to
Oh.
buy a relic that was 900.
100. Yep.
Dude, the horror stories of the Myth Phlox runs.
Yikes.
No,
Ugh.
that
the
was-
hard
that was
no, no.
That
Played
was
hard mode. That was.
no, dude. Titan hard. Get me out.
Also something.
People wouldn't take me because I was playing Scholar back then, and I'm like, Scholar's broken, and no one believed me.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can lustrate while I'm in cleric stance, and it doesn't matter because it's a percentage heal, and they're like, that's not how it works.
Something I
Yeah,
also forgot to mention with the chain XP is that now if you're leveling Dancer and Gunbreaker, your best XP from 67 onwards is going to be the first pull of Doma Castle, doing the first boss, and then leaving the dungeon. It's the most time efficient because
I mean, probably,
you can
yeah.
clear it fast enough to whereas the XP that you
I
gain
mean-
is a lot better.
Assuming you can queue up.
Well, yeah, you have to be able to
Good
queue.
luck.
Good luck with that.
DPS needed.
Good luck getting a
DPS,
healer.
DPS in need. Yeah, nobody's playing healer. Hopefully,
No,
every,
good luck getting a healer in 67 content.
that's well. The thing is, there's going to be people that are going to be.
Still leveling.
I mean, yeah, but they're gonna be in pre-made.
Yeah, but who's going to be leveling a healer from 60 to 70? That's the problem.
Oh yeah, at that
Nobody.
time, who the hell knows? Nobody.
Yeah.
Okay, what do we got here?
And then we got the UI changes. So we got the dark and light mode. So
Gonna
Wow.
keep it dark.
there's no
Light
way.
mode.
There's no way in hell I'm using light mode, especially not today because my eyes already hurt enough with my light
Hell
on
yeah,
in my
I'm
room.
turning light mode on. In
Just
the
so you can have
light.
it on.
Just in the light, just a Hearthstone reference.
No, Jesse,
Need
you've
a
been
light?
corrupted by the light, the flood of light.
Yeah, flood of light. We
No,
got
I'm the
it's
warrior-
canon. The light mode is canon.
I'm the warrior of darkness. I need dark mode HUD. I need dark mode lights. I need.
No.
I'm even gonna change my computer light to like the darkest
Look,
color I
on dark
have.
mode.
I just changed my computer LEDs to the darkest blue I have, or purple, or whatever the hell it is. I don't even know.
My computer is black. I am ready.
Only villains use light. Quote.
Ooh.
Very Mickey's.
Freaking
Mm.
Jesse's gonna morph into that one fat dude from the trailer.
It's just there's a big guy just.
Job the Hut.
Yeah, he's literally Jabba the Hutt.
Mr. Potter.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
The absolute unit.
yeah, dude, the absolute unit. Where was that other thing that I saw in here? So this is a super quality of life change. So, Very Mickis, one of our close friends that also plays the game, he's had a problem with his maps over the day.
Oh,
And he says
Yeah,
that
this
they what was this
this is the
quote?
thing.
He was like, "Oh, the Square Enix is lying through their dirty hand-drawn teeth," or something along those lines.
Something like that.
Well, now you have no
Yeah.
excuse because it tells you if you're above or below
Tells you
where
if
you
you're
need to be.
above or below. Yeah.
Dude, I've had the same issue. I'm just like, where the fuck is this thing?
Yeah, exactly.
This is.
It's usually below.
It's always below. Oh yeah,
But now I'll know.
yeah. Also, we no longer have Laha bread because they changed the focus target thing to put the letter in front.
Oh yeah, Laha bread.
Yeah, there's no Laha bread or
Rest in peace, Laha bread.
yeah.
I like this.
So that's quite funny. Obviously, the job gauges have been reassigned. This unlimited frame rate is now at 90 FPS. So a lot of people are baby raging because they're like, "What by 144? It could be temporary. Chill."
Also,
We
I
don't
still
know.
Don't give a shit.
I mean, somebody quote made a thing to fix it, and I'm just like, that's probably a virus.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
if people are downloading a thing off of Reddit, like before the game's even up to try and fix their FPS, they're probably gonna get a virus.
Yeah.
I have your credit card now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have full access to your computer.
Yeah. Please use the TeamViewer ID so that I can log into your PC.
Oh god. Oh yeah, Crossroad Link shows. So now,
You got 8 of them.
our white mage who already had a Crossroad Link show has no excuse to not join our Crossroad Link show.
Yeah, dude.
Our white mage?
There's 8. Huh?
Wait, I'm forgetting who our white mage is.
Al?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
Kidding, you're a white-
it's basic-
Yikes.
Dude, it's
CW
been forever.
CW
know.
Link Show 1 through 8.
Yeah.
And apparently you can manually organize them as well, so you can change the
Yeah,
order
yeah,
that they are and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then there was something about controllers vibrating now
Oh,
or
yeah,
something
when
for
you-
Q pops.
One of the Q pops.
Wait, Q pops.
That's
Yeah.
quality of life, right?
I
there.
mean, or you
Yeah.
could just pay attention to the screen.
Yeah,
Dude.
or you could.
If it's a 40-minute fucking wait,
This is the secret. You have your wireless controller in the bathroom, and it rumbles. And you click OK. Right? You click to the left, and then you click accept, and then you're in the dungeon.
Yeah, and then you're just like, meanwhile you're just on the
Now
toilet.
you may be AFK,
but
but
you're in the dungeon.
That's
And
against
they
terms
can't-
of service.
They can't kick you out
They can
for
actually.
15 minutes.
no, they don't know. You can move around, dude.
Yeah, they just think you're a bot.
Yeah, they just think you're a bot. Actually, bots are much more
Efficient.
efficient. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rumbling controller in the bed. I mean, I'm not wrong, am
Oh.
I? That's
Yeah.
how fishing is gonna be. Like, it already is basically.
Yeah.
Also, if you're 30 minutes not doing anything,
You get kicked.
yeah, good.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, the auto kick timer.
But that's just that's at the beginning
every
of the expansion.
auto kick timer comes back and splits into multiple instances.
I
Also,
wish we had
as-
that in Heaven's Ward.
yeah, as well, they have a thing where for login queue, if you have an active subscription versus like a trial version, you get
Yeah.
priority over the trial version people as well.
But in this case, like if you're playing Shadowbringers, you have a full thing.
Oh yeah, almost
Yeah,
certainly.
so-
Yeah,
Yeah, you have to.
yeah.
But,
You
I mean,
have
people
to.
still log in, right?
Yeah, people can still
Yeah.
log in and stuff, but
Like.
and then
bots.
there's a bunch of issues and stuff that I can't be arsed to read honestly. So we're gonna.
But,
Oh, yeah, the issues
but what
aren't-
about the Max 64-bit application?
Yeah, they added.
In Japanese.
They put a 64-bit Mac thing, right?
I'm a PC technician. I have no certifications to work on Mac. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Dude, the last time I used a Mac, I accidentally melted it.
Yo, Gee.
Fucking, I actually put it on top of my computer, and it just radiated, and now it's curved to this, like, it's a V.
Yeah. You can ask
Yeah.
Barry Mickus about computers that were in Inferno. Every time he said, I'm injecting my fusion core, basically what he was doing was he was taking ice cold water from his freezer
Oh my
or putting the
God.
motherboard in the freezer because the
Oh
screen
my
was
God.
detached, and he would manually drip water onto the CPU, which was exposed. So
Yep.
it actually helped.
Injecting fusion cores, and it worked, of course.
It worked. It worked every
It
time.
worked because you saw his percentage go from 6 to 100 like instantly.
Yeah, literally, it worked. So
Yeah.
it was amazing.
Okay.
What's next?
All right, so I am going to have to structure this a bit differently because it looks,
Oh, do you have the
Oh
jobs?
hell
thing
yeah!
open?
Look at that.
yeah.
You can like
Can you
zoom
put the
out.
Can
I
you put the
guess.
link down in
Oh, I got it. I'll get it. Don't worry.
Yeah. What does it
Also,
look
can
like
you mute myself for a second?
on the screen? So it looks like doo-doo on the screen, but all right, I have to change that in a second. So what I'll do is so I can move stuff around. I'll cut to the samurai. So we're gonna be black here for a second. Oh wait, no, I can't do it while I'm live. Oh well, never mind.
Oh, there we go.
I'm just gonna have to try to see if I can do something this way. I have to like zoom out in order for it to work, apparently.
I mean, you can zoom out. Right?
Yeah. And I'm just gonna click on one and see what it looks like here.
It's gonna have stuff missing on the side, probably.
Yeah, it's just cutting some stuff off the side. It's just this stuff in the middle that I want to look at mainly.
Okay. Which one are we looking at right now?
I just opened a palette and just see what it looked like. So we can start with any job, any role you guys want.
Mm.
I think we should start with physical range because they have 2 new jobs, Capo.
I mean, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
That's,
true.
they got a typo there. It says updated next to one of these jobs.
Yeah, somebody actually changed that on Reddit. They were like, "Oh yeah, this
Yeah.
is new." Last time new job.
Basically,
Let's do-
from
let's
what
do
I
machinist
saw,
first.
machinist is just like
I know nothing about
Summoner.
machinists, so this will be.
summoner.
Yeah.
Oh,
so,
is it? Okay, time to get a machinist up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, the way
My job.
this is basically the way machinist works now is that obviously you still have your wildfire. You still want to be overheated because it increases the potency of your abilities. You just have a 1-2-3 combo. Your clean shot combo. There's no procs. There's no ammo. There's nothing like that.
Yeah,
You just want to be overheated to deal more damage, and then you want to increase your battery gauge so you can bring out your super turret, which is the robot.
Mhm.
And basically you revolve around your burst windows. The one major thing is though, there's a certain skill called Wildfire. It's a 2-minute cooldown.
Yep.
But they increased the potency to 200. Now the only reason I can see them putting this at 2 minutes is either Machinist does 1,000,000,000 damage that we don't know about,
It does.
or
From the looks of it.
Kajal's gonna be
or
super fucking
the
happy.
automaton
Is he?
works for
He just plays
weapon
Bard.
skills.
Oh yeah, fuck, I forgot about that. Dude, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the automaton
Uh,
is the only reason why I can see they put it at 2 minutes, because it has weapon skills.
Yeah,
Um,
everything the automaton does is weapon skills except for the pile bunker. So like
Yeah.
basically if it's not in range it'll instantly use his dash and then it'll just start arm punching over and over again until the end of time.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
um
I don't know how this looks on the stream, but it probably doesn't look very good. But like,
Oh, that's probably better. Yeah, that looks better.
yeah, I just didn't want it to be cut off. But the one nice thing about these is that it tells you all the different revisions on the side as well.
What? Yeah, so there's these two weapon skills that are like have cooldowns. There's one that's air anchor.
Yeah,
right?
you got air anchor and
700 potency, 40-second.
drill / bio
And
blaster.
drill, which is another 20 seconds, 700 potency. And they also made where is it? Reassemble is guaranteed
Crit direct hit.
hit now.
Yeah, I figured that they would do
So-
that. That would make sense.
You just
I'll let
have
you guys
like
talk, I know
guaranteed
nothing
crit
about that
direct
shit.
700 potency skill.
Yeah.
Pretty nice,
Also, it's
honestly.
one thing to note that drill and bioblaster originally gave you 10 battery gauge. They do not give that anymore.
Yeah, but now I mean air anchor's like 20.
Yeah,
so
so well, air anchor was 20 from the
yeah,
Mediator.
so-
So the only way of generating battery is heated clean shot and air anchor.
Mm-hmm.
well, air anchor. Well, it's the same thing, right? At max. Well, and the third hit of your final. Of your
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The heated clean shot, you get 10.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Is that? Yeah.
and I assume flamethrower is still on the same 1 second tick timer, because that would make sense. Because if it's only 300 potency,
Yeah,
you
no,
just-
dude, it definitely is.
yeah,
Like,
because otherwise you would just never use it.
I literally tested flamethrower, and like if you do it at the right time, you get 11 ticks out of a 10-second.
Yeah, so it's basically 1100 potency.
Yeah,
So,
which is
but
Pretty good.
I think machinist is one of those jobs that's gonna be in line for the Mr. President or the glass cannon. So you're gonna give the dancer buffs to this guy, potentially.
there was a rotation that someone did that was like it was like good luck if you have high ping, because you like if you ever have 100 heat going into like a burst phase with barrel stabilizer up, you're just god. Like
Yeah, because you have what is it, 24
'cause you
seconds
can
of just
you can just extend it.
yeah, you
yeah.
effectively have 24 seconds if
It's
perfectly
so
aligned
stupid.
of overheat, which is a
Uh,
bit insane.
I think you used it on something
Mhm.
else as well, right? Oh no, that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah, but like even just 100 is like stupid.
yeah, it's a lot. It is quite a lot. So
I
machine,
think 150 is actually too much.
yeah, you just can't. You just
you
get
can do 100.
arthritis.
If you have 0 charges, you can manage. You can not overcap your charges with the double.
Yeah, you just get arthritis basically.
Mhm.
You're just gonna be like,
you're gonna be well. You're gonna be like pressing the super heat shot, whatever it is.
it's heat blast.
Heat blast. Yeah.
Heat
You
blast.
just press heat blast, and then you just alternate to the other one. Like
Yeah.
alternate your off GCD. Just like
Yeah, the ricochet and
bang.
the round, which makes it so that when going into it, you want to obviously have it to where they're down as
You're
low as
already
possible.
dumping before
Yeah,
that.
you already
they already
have
like
to be
the
done.
arthritis begins even before you press the buttons.
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah,
already have to
exactly.
start dumping them.
Yeah.
It's kind of nuts.
Um,
Yeah.
So for the other physical range, Bard more or less stayed the same. with the exception of obviously the new Apex arrow, which is basically just a gauge that is 100% consumed but has a minimum of 25, and they're so basically the higher it goes, the more potency it does.
Remove straight shot as well.
Yeah, they're making it. It's
like
yeah.
it becomes like a pseudo, like a little mini refulgent.
Yeah.
But then they give you more like better proc chance on it. So.
Yeah, there's like a trait, and then also your dots also no longer scale off of critting the dots. They only every time they deal damage for 40%, you get a repertoire stack.
Yeah.
So you have a 40% chance that when one of your dots does damage, you get a stack, not off critting the dots anymore.
Mm.
So, which is probably around 40% anyway. So it's basically the same thing.
Yeah, but now it's like if it's more likely that when you apply it, like when you're
you may get a
for the
stack
first
immediately.
time, you can get a stack because it's for having either one of them on a target. So if you just go dot all of them with one thing, it's the same as having 40% crit or whatever, and then like
exactly
having
exactly.
I mean, it's basically the same. I don't know.
When
worse.
For Dancer, I'm just going over the skills now. Devilment and Saber Dance changed their names. I was like, oh, they thought it was a bad idea to have what's now Devilment, the crit direct hit buff for your partner, in the game. I was like, oh, that was good on Square. Then they realized that was broken. No, it's still in the game.
They just nerfed it.
It's 20% instead of
2020, which is fun. Honestly, 2020 for one person for 20 seconds on a 2-minute cooldown, and then you look at Bard, right? And Bard has this move called Battle Voice. That's 3-minute cooldown, 20 seconds, 20% direct hit to the whole party.
Yeah, I mean Battle Voice is always nuts, right?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
For those that don't know, Dancer is a kind of like Machinist-esque, kind of with the 50% chance proc type thing, but it's
old stuff, yeah.
Yeah, but it's obviously a lot better. It's got more nuances to it.
I'd say it's more like Red Mage.
Oh, more like Red Mage. Yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that.
But instead of like going in and using your melee combo, you just kind of like dance.
Yeah.
Simon Says.
The Simon Says, yeah.
You just play Simon Says. Well, I mean, they have this. What's the one move called again? It's like the level 81, right? Improvisation, is that the one? No, that's the meditate. It's
You're talking about Flourish. Where you get all your procs.
Yeah, where you just get all your procs.
They also made the duration for this. I believe it's 20 seconds, so that you can actually use like your off GCDs and stuff, and still be able to use standard step, and get all through all your procs without it just dissipating and not being able to use some of them. So which is
the procs last a while.
Right? Yeah. Where in the media tour it didn't last as long.
Yeah.
So now you'll be able to do that, and then we got the Simon Says here. So I'm just gonna call them red, blue, green, and yellow because trying to pronounce them as French abilities is impossible. Took me about 20 minutes to actually say them properly.
Kipo. What, pirouette? You can't say pirouette? Come on, man.
No, the French way.
Yeah.
Pirouette?
Pirouette?
Literally, that's it?
That's literally what it is?
No, I can say pirouette, but that's like
that's what I'm saying.
The English version, as it were.
Yeah, dude. The people are saying that it's like, the blue one, they're just saying it was enter chat because they don't know how to read.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure it's entrechamp. I think it's how it's pronounced.
En passant.
Yeah, that's literally what I thought of. It's
Is that a Hearthstone class?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And if I can get them right, it's emboîte, entrechamp, jette, and then pirouette.
Emboîte.
Zendrick, his inner French. See, this is where
Jesus Christ.
This is where he needs it. This is where he gets a green screen.
Creme brulee. Okay.
This is where he gets a green screen and just has the Eiffel Tower behind.
No.
I'll get my chef's hat and
He doesn't
mustache.
have. He doesn't have the Arthur's budget, dude.
I mean, you already have the Shokugeki no Soma, the Kuma Bear
Oh god.
apron
Oh,
as
I
well.
would have that somewhere.
Oh no.
I'll
Uh,
play Dancer, and it'll
yeah.
just be, oh!
Okay, what's next?
They
Um,
want to see Gunbreaker next.
Everyone wants to see Gunbreaker. All right. So
Yeah.
I'm
Omelette du fromage.
so
Gunbreaky.
Gunbreaker. Their potency buffs got
I mean, they needed them.
increased a lot. I
I think
mean
they-
a lot. Like I'm talking, I was like, okay, Square, they might up them up a little bit. No, they went
No,
ham.
they were like nowhere near where they needed to be there.
Yeah, they went
Now-
ham.
Who the hell knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, omelette du fromage. Agreed.
Yeah. Just a Dexter special. That's his sweet nothing right there. That's what he whispers. So Sonic Break is the interesting one because it's if I do the math right, which I probably won't, a 1200 potency weapon skill dot
Oh, yeah, on like a minute cooldown.
on a minute cooldown for a 30-second duration.
Yep.
That's a lot of
It's
damage.
basically Scourge, but you can't use it all the time. But it does 1 billion damage. It does like the damage of like 1 million Scourges.
Somewhere Brian's triggered. He's like, "You couldn't give this to Dark Knight."
Yeah. Yeah.
Where's my Scourge?
That's all he wants, dude. He just
That's-
wants Scourge.
He just
says
wants
all
Scourge,
these other
but-
things, but in reality, all he wants is Scourge.
Dude, he wanted Scourge. He wanted Blood Price back. He wanted Dark Passenger. All gone.
Yeah, all gone.
It does all gone.
None of it.
Yeah.
And then it looks like the potency of Burst Strike was increased by I think like 50.
Good night.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you got the Gnashing Fang combo was also increased, I think, as well. The only thing that I think where Square kind of dropped the ball a little bit is that they made Heart of Light and the Dark Missionary from Dark Knight the same ability. I mean,
Okay. It's whatever, honestly.
It's just magic damage, but I guess the two, like, so the Warrior and the Paladin now have shields, whereas the Dark Knight and the Gunbreaker
They
have
both do
mitigation.
magic. Yeah, mitigation, right?
I mean, when was the last time we had a physical damage AoE? Titan?
That's what I was gonna say. Like, okay,
It was like Titan,
the
wasn't
only-
it?
Titan, yeah. There's like some split cleave things too, right? But like, okay, in Uwu, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't kill Garuda before it does that one split cleave thing, right?
Yeah.
Like near the end of it.
Is that
it'll
physical?
That's physical.
Oh, okay.
That's the only thing I can think of. But like, you're really gonna use a cooldown for that? Like, just have everyone stacked.
You just
Like,
use-
what's-
I mean, if you
you
wanted
don't
to...
even need a cooldown. Just have everyone stacked.
Yeah.
Just live.
You just live. You just live.
That's the most recent one I can think of. Is the beginning of Uwu.
Yeah.
There might be other ones, but
Yeah.
off the top of my head.
Also, while we are on the tanks, so obviously all the tanks have a charged system on their gap closers. Oh wait, never mind. The tank that I'm leveling first doesn't.
Yeah, but
It calls Beast Gauge. It's crap.
yeah,
And it's only
yeah.
100 potency.
yeah. It's 10
Have fun
seconds
with that.
cooldown though. One man. 10 seconds, not like 30. Got him.
I'm still not
Uh,
convinced.
They're not tank busters though. We're talking about AoEs. When was the last physical AoE
Yeah.
other than that Garuda cleave? That's the most recent one I can think of. Is the Garuda cleave
Yeah.
in Uwu.
And that's like a one-off in a whole expansion, like where you could just stack instead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know.
You don't even need a cooldown for it. Yeah.
Super Bolide. So that's I think I pronounced that right, or Super Bullied, or whatever you
Super
want to.
bullied.
Yeah,
It was super bullied because it was just bad Hallowed, and then they made the cooldown a minute lower.
Yeah,
So it's
so
like
it's a 6-minute
fine.
CD, and basically it's drops you to 1 and makes you invincible. You could still be healed, obviously, during the duration, and
The
it's 8
effect is
seconds.
still just bad hallowed, but
But it can't be the
it's
best at
melee.
everything, right?
Exactly. You can't just
Yeah.
make it. You can't just make a new job and have it have every perfect ability from every other
Yeah,
job.
exactly. Like, you
Like
can't.
that's not gonna happen.
Mind you, the one thing I think that they do have, which is probably going to be even better than Warrior, because Warrior doesn't have Inner Beast and Steel Cyclone now. They only have Nascent Flash for healing and Equilibrium.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Gunbreaker has a lot of healing. Like, Brutal Shell
I mean, this regen
is
isn't
nuts.
a. Yeah, Brutal Shell is nuts.
Aurora is nuts.
Um,
It's
considering
1200
his
potency
off
cure.
GCD that you should
Yeah.
just press.
Yeah, it's a
Yes.
1200 potency
And you
off
could
GCD.
give it to anyone. Yes.
It's nuts.
It's kind of stupid.
Yeah, it's a bit good.
Yeah.
Um,
No, it's definitely good.
yeah. Also, one thing we should also touch on is this nice ability right here, arm's length. Oh
Yeah, I know.
yes. Oh yes. So we'll get to Warrior in a second next because this actually plays into it. So uh, you now can choose whether you want to use arm's length on a range now as well. Forgot to mention that ranged have it. All the physical ones have arm's length, and all the casters have their own version, which is a sure cast. But it is on a 2-minute cooldown, which makes me think there's gonna be a billion knockbacks, aren't there?
Well,
Yep.
all of the things are on a 2-minute cooldown, right?
Yeah. They just have one.
Like
The casters.
Surecast was 30, and now it's a 2-minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's just gonna be a billion knockbacks, like guaranteed.
Playing Summoner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine. You can hold rune charges now.
Yeah.
That's broken.
It's quite good. I know we're getting somewhat close to the launch. So have you been
Yeah.
keeping the status update?
I've been clicking it.
Captain,
Ain't nothing happening, dude.
No.
give it
Nothing.
all she's got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's go on to Warrior because I want to talk about Warrior. I want to talk about Warrior because
You want Unga Bunga knife though.
because
People wanted Unga Bunga Night.
they what? Okay, well,
They wanted Unga Bunga Night. We must
Give 'em-
deliver.
Give him the Unga Bunga.
Give the crowd what they want.
all right.
Become what we must.
Become what we must.
Throw wide the gates.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The one thing I want to know is that will you have slightly different text if you're a Dark Knight going in the story? I would assume there's probably gonna be little
yeah.
nuances here and there, but
Probably just a little bit.
Maybe.
yeah. So the major change the Dark Knight got is now they revolve around their two 3K mana spenders, which gives them Dark Side again.
Yeah.
So basically, if you're not keeping Dark Side up, you're not hitting your buttons that do damage. Basically,
No, like, it's not possible. If you're
Yeah.
if you're not like AFK, you're gonna have dark side up.
yeah,
Yeah. Oh shit! I'm never
Exactly.
gonna have dark side up.
yeah.
Always AFK.
And then obviously one of the major changes was that they so Delirium is basically in a release for Warrior. So you can basically use 5 Blood Spillers or 5 Quietuses. But instead of direct critting, you get MP restoration. And the blood gauge for them is removed during the 10-second duration.
I didn't even notice that Soul Leader gives 20 blood gauge.
I didn't
Yeah,
know.
Soul Eater
notice
gets 20
the
blood
delirium
gauge.
change.
That's pretty cool.
That's a nice delirium change. Like.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, some Dark Knight mains would disagree.
Well, you know
Brian.
what? I don't
Why
give a
he was
shit.
Dark
I'm not a
Knight
dark knight
by the
man.
end of the expansion.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And then obviously, Blackest Night is now 25% of target's max HP, which is obviously
This for you, Brian.
just is that the smallest violin in the world?
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh,
Wah.
Oh.
My
Yeah.
median.
yeah, Blackest Night's OP. So basically, what Blackest Night is now basically when the shield pops, you get your Flood of Shadow or Edge of Shadow for free, basically.
You basically get a refund that you can use on something that's not the Blackest Night.
Yes, that does damage.
That's about it.
Yeah, which then extends your dark side buff, which then allows you to use your iconic ability, Living Shadow, which we still don't know if it actually does random abilities or not.
I'm gonna assume it does still,
See, the thing that I want to know is
because it looks like
if
it will.
if the abilities are random, does it still end up doing the same amount of damage even if the abilities are random? It just has set damage per action.
I mean, as
Oh, that's a
long
good
as
question.
it's, I mean, no,
Because
because
what happens if you're rubber
if it
ducky?
uses all the bad one, like, okay, if it used all the bad ones, like, if it was actually random order, like, and it just used all the bad ones at the start, like during the burst window, you just lose all the damage, right? It's a 24-second thing.
Hey,
Yeah.
there you go, Brian. That's the dot you wanted.
It's not a dot because if it yeah, I think it does do a set rotation, but like if it doesn't, and we've just been we've just been Sophia'd by all these
Oh my
things,
God.
Yeah. I think
then
it
it
always
can do like the worst moves during the
yeah.
not like the burst window.
I
and then,
think
like,
I
by
think the
end of it, it
important
won't
part
be.
to know is that it does. I believe it is consistent with its first two starting moves, so it always uses Abyssal Drain
Abyssal
into
into
Plunge.
plunge, right?
It always does that. So
It probably always finishes with that finisher too, honestly.
Mhm.
But
yeah,
where it did like what Blood Spiller, Carbon Spit.
yeah, most likely.
I mean, it's probably just set.
It's
Yeah.
probably a set rotation, honestly. It'd be cool if it mimicked your abilities. That'd have been dope. But
If it had mimicked like literally abilities and been the exact counter like thing to Ninja, where Ninja's does weapon skills and this does abilities, like if it did like I don't know how they can make it cooler, even cooler. Like maybe you have it like copy your fucking cooldown or something, like your
you can make
tank
you can make
cooldown.
it so that it uses abilities that require MP or blood gauge.
Yeah,
It could be delayed, right? So you can do like blood spiller, quietus, and then it goes, okay, give me
I
a
mean it
second, blood
uses
spiller, then quietus.
That's the only non ability that it uses, right? Is Blood Spiller?
No blood. No, it can use
'Cause
quietus. It can use quietus as
Oh,
well.
quiet. Yeah, the two blood
Yeah.
gauge
So the
one.
abilities that we've seen it use is abyssal drain, plunge, quietus, blood spiller, flood of shadow, and edge of shadow. Are the 6 abilities that
Very
we've
mimics
seen.
in the chat. Ninja one mimics weapon skills.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe this one could just do like abilities plus the blood things,
Yeah. Maybe. Who knows?
right?
But the only way we'll be able to find out is get level 80 and test it.
But yeah,
Because we still don't know
yeah,
definitively.
we have no idea what it does at this moment.
Because everyone
Yeah.
everyone kept
Because, like,
saying it was
completely
random.
change.
It's random. It did something different every time, or people were just at the media tour and weren't using their eyes. I don't know.
No,
Who
the
knows?
people like
They had a set
problem
amount
with
of
the
time. so
media
they can
tour is
do it.
most of the people just went to the dungeon
Yeah.
That's
and
also
they
true.
didn't test stuff like properly.
Also, they weren't given striking dummies.
And there were no
Yeah,
striking dummies, so
yeah,
the only
so-
way to test things was on like random
Random mob.
mobs.
Yeah, so you never
So
actually
like
be able
the
to
best
tell.
way the best way they could test things was on that A rank that they fought. And
Yeah,
I don't think I saw a Dark Knight fighting that A rank in the whole thing. It was like
Yeah.
Gunbreakers.
Yeah.
So
and then blood weapon was reworked so that it increases blood gauge by 10 and restores MP for every weapon skill and spell.
Yeah. So those Solidarity increases it. It's a
20
That
blood
increase.
gauge. Yeah.
yeah.
which is nice.
It also has the grit combo.
Oh, and
On it as well, where you get increased your HP
Yeah, since
back.
they're-
So a little bit of sustain for Dark Knight.
Oh
which
yeah, and
was...
they absolutely annihilated Salted Earth.
Oh yeah, Salted Earth sucks.
They like dunked it into the ground, like
I
Yeah,
don't even know why it's still fucking there.
it sucks. It's not great. It's only 300 potency every 90 seconds. I mean, it is obviously a DPS increase to just
they
use.
absolutely annihilated it.
Yeah, I don't know why it's there.
Yeah.
took
But they-
50 potency off, they removed the blood gauge, they lowered its duration by 6 seconds, and they doubled its cooldown.
They already got rid of Shadow Flare for summer. Fucking get rid of Salt of Earth or whatever.
That's next expansion, dude. They're saving it.
What? Why though? You don't need it.
I know.
Just fucking do it in one foul swoop.
They
Yeah.
really should have, but that clearly they just like forgot about it, and they just like, ah, we'll just nerf it in the ground, and do it later. This is what they did. This is what they did to Shadow Flare, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just make it like half as useful because it's not up permanently.
Yes.
Someone in chat say something other than Warrior to talk about next.
Something other than, oh my god, everyone in chat's just telling me not to look at Warrior. I just want to look at Home Gang. That's all I want to look at.
Okay, if we look at Warrior, we're only gonna look at Home Gang, right?
Oh yeah, and Living Dead's the same. So rip.
Yeah, so Living Dead still sucks. But you're gonna have a white mage in your party, so it's actually decent.
I mean, sure.
Um,
Sure.
no, the only thing I wanted to mention about Warrior is that one, raw intuition is absolutely batshit like busted, and two, Home Gang is now 4 minutes, so you basically lose one usage of it potentially, or depending on how long the fight is. But you're not.
But it doesn't root you.
It doesn't root you, and it no longer needs
You
a
don't need
target.
Yep.
So I'm actually curious to see what the animation looks like.
It still just does the.
The chain.
Well, it says you like brace yourself, so it's probably like similar.
Yeah, maybe he does the thing where he spins his axe around and the chain like comes out. Maybe. I don't
Yeah.
know. But it just
You're
Yeah,
still
doesn't.
gonna be
shit.
you're still gonna be targeting someone. It still roots the target.
Yeah.
With the chain. So it probably just does the same thing.
Yeah, but you can not target anything. You can just use it.
Yeah. I don't know what it does. Maybe it just chains you to the ground. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
It's like throws the chain in the air.
Yeah. Also, another important thing was that Shake It Off is now 12% base, but it's only 2% per Thriller Battle Vengeance or Raw Intuition for
Yeah.
the shield.
Made it a higher like flat.
Yeah, so its base is
You don't have this stuff.
its base is a lot.
Whenever I don't know
lot better.
anything, I'm just gonna do this.
Okay.
When I know nothing about the job board, I just.
Yeah. You play Paladin, right, Zandric?
Paladin.
Oh, give me a second. Oh, there we go.
Okay.
You like Paladin, right? Yeah.
I like Paladin to a degree.
Yo, is it me, or does Paladin just get a boatload of MP back? They just
Yeah, it's not. It's not.
I don't know. I think the numbers are really small on each thing, aren't they?
Yeah.
Pretty
Wait,
sure
is
all
that
the
big ass-
MP back like actual numbers are small. I'm not sure.
Wait, is that big ass sword the fucking?
That's the
AoE?
level 80 move.
That's the level 80
is it?
ability. So basically what you're going to do
It's-
now is you Requiescat, you do 4 Holy Spirits or a combination of Holy Spirits and
Yeah.
Holy Circles, and then use this at the end of it. Because what it
Yeah.
does is it consumes your
It's
Requiescat
basically
buff.
Death Flare.
Yeah, you use that. It's basically Death Flare.
It's
with-
Paladin Flare.
Yeah, with the Requiescat buff, it's a 1200 potency AoE that has no fall off.
Nice.
Yeah, of course. That's standard.
Very nice.
Standard. You
Um,
can cast it at range and it has a 5 yalm radius,
Very nice.
Yeah.
as one has.
Me
Uh,
likey.
And then obviously we saw the shield charge intervene. That's on a 2-charge system as well.
Me very likey.
Yeah.
Veil got its cast reduced by 30 seconds, which is it's basically just equivalent to the Shake It Off
The other
being at
ones,
90
they're all
seconds.
they're all 90 seconds.
Yeah.
Right.
And then probably one of the stupidest buffs in the whole game is that you get a trait that
Yeah.
for Sheltron, which makes the whole duration of 6 seconds just blocks.
No. The stupidest buff in the whole game. Just hover Goring Blade real quick. Like, why is this skill just like
That's
every
correct.
patch it gets buffed?
Combo potency was increased by 140, and each dot tick, which is what would that be? 7 of them. So 7 times 25. What's that? An additional
It's like-
350? That's like an extra 500 potency on Growing Blade. Yeah, standard.
Yeah, like just every patch this thing just goes up, and I'm just like,
It doesn't do it. It doesn't do enough, dude.
dude, since like it's like they're scared because when they released it in Heavensward, it was just like doo doo.
And now they're just like, we need to make
And
it
now it's
the
just
most
like, okay,
broken.
well, we just gotta keep buffing it until they tell us to stop buffing it, right?
Well, yeah. You gotta please the paladin.
Stop buffing it.
Because
Yeah.
again, you know what the next
Now's
fucking
the
thing's
time.
gonna be? It's gonna be a paladin fucking expansion.
No, it's not. It's gonna be healer expansion.
Nah, we're never gonna get. Fucking give me a caster fucking expansion, dude.
No, it's a healer first.
Next expansion,
Caster's
they're gonna feel sorry for Scholar, and it's gonna be a Scholar expansion.
No, no. What they're gonna do,
No.
Thrifty. What they're gonna do is they're gonna do the same thing for Stormblood. They're gonna do 2 different jobs.
Yeah.
Oh
maybe.
yeah, probably with
Where it's
caster
like-
and healer,
Yeah, whereas instead of Dark Knight, oh no, Samurai and Monk.
samurai and monk.
Yeah.
Better be fucking Black Mage or something. I
Um,
swear to God, if it's a Red Mage.
Another thing that I think they kind of overhit, in my opinion, was cover. So it still functions the same, where you take the damage that your covered target would take, except there's no mitigation. It's just you tether them and you take the damage, and it costs Oath Gauge. It costs 50.
Yeah.
So now, if you want to use cover plus Sheltron, you have to use your entire Oath Gauge to do so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
like, I don't think they needed to do, because like
I think the Oath Gauge is
cover
fine.
has a cooldown. It costs Oath Gauge, and it doesn't give you any damage reduction. Like,
Yeah. I think
don't see why it has to.
if they would have given it Oath Gauge and just kept the damage reduction, or even put the damage reduction to 10% rather than 20, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. Why can't they just do that?
Like 10% would have been fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Paladin's still strong. Like,
It's
definitely,
just yeah,
but-
the Paladin is the best tank on paper right now. Like
Also, Azale, ARR or whatever, fucking A Realm
That
Reborn.
was Warrior.
That was Warrior.
yeah, Warrior sucks in AR.
Talking about like the,
When you show me the fucking Derplander as a caster, then we'll talk.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
There you
Yeah.
go.
The
Fucking.
Derplander.
What do you mean? He was an archer once, which turned into a bard, which was a bow mage in a certain expansion.
No, he was an archer.
Yeah,
Literally an
I know.
archer. Like,
Ooh.
Yeah, and then the AOE weapon skill combo prominence for Paladins basically just gives you MP and
Yeah, it's
runs
nice.
off the total eclipse. The Dark Knight one does the same thing. It gives you MP as well. The Warrior
And-
the Warrior
I'm gonna
one
go back to the Dark one.
the Warrior one gives you it extends your Storm's Eye and gives you 20 beast gauge. And the the Gunbreaker one gives you a cartridge.
Yeah.
Let
And
me-
also the
I'm gonna confirm the Dark Knight one real quick.
Dark Knight one also increases your blood gauge, which is nice.
Yeah, so the Dark Knight one is effectively a combination of the Paladin one and the Warrior one, because it gives you 20 of whatever your gauge is plus some resource.
yep,
It's
So-
nice.
the double duty.
So I think we've covered that.
It was not a black mage, dude.
Uh-huh.
I don't see a black mage. Fuck you, Azale.
Only
So
Black Mage was the OCP, dude.
Exactly.
we're running low on time, so I think we're gonna.
Are we? Because I feel like we're not gonna get the.
I mean,
We have
Especially
up
like-
to 20 minutes, basically.
yeah. So
Not
all right, well let's go into healer because that's a bigger.
let's go to the one that's dead already. Scholar.
I only see white
Dead,
mage.
by the way.
I only see white mage and Astro on this list. There's no scholar. What do you mean? I don't.
Dead,
I-
by the way. Nice
I
fucking-
can't. I only see two. Did they remove a healer?
You can only shitpost so hard.
Summoner's still there. Is Arcanist here instead? No, nothing there. Nothing there. Oh no. What's
Just
this?
gonna go like the like.
Oh, I saw it. It was.
I see Buck Reader.
Yeah, it was. Oh, here we go. Yeah, scholar. Yeah.
We're not sponsored by Bookwalker, by the way.
So the one main problem I have with Scholar is that before they had to make a decision between defense and offense with their Aether Flow. So now in raids, they literally have 3 free tools for defense. Basically, they don't have to make a
They
choice.
have one big free tool.
In Dom.
Its name is fucking Sacred Soil.
Or Sacred Soil. Yeah, Sacred Soil is OP.
This skill is so stupid.
Meanwhile,
Make
Zendrick.
Scholar energy drain again.
Zendrick's just leaning
No.
back in his chair, even though he's part
I-
Arcanist.
It not having energy drain is like fine. but
I'm
like
part Arcanist, but I
the
don't
only reason
fucking
people are
Scholar.
like baby raging about energy is because they had it. If they just never had it in the first place, they'd be like, oh well, nothing. You know, they just buff Sacred Soil, huh?
I think
Like
the main problem is
damage.
that it's just going to be not very
If they had
eventful
another
to
tool
play.
for damage, it
Do
would
they
be
still have Aetherflow stacks?
Yeah,
yeah.
but they're only
They have
used on
three. They have Aetherflow
defensives.
still.
Oh, okay.
There's no
Unlike
decision. There's no decision. You can either you just use it on Sacred Soul, Indom, or Xcog.
Okay.
There's no like,
yep.
do I have a trade off from using this? Use it on Xcog and my tank might die, or do I use it for? Zedric, what are you doing?
I mean, you can still use Lustrate in like clutch moments, obviously, but Xcog's always gonna be better
There
for
we go.
like when you know.
Zedric has evolved.
Dude, I don't
Wow.
care about healers, man. I'll let you guys,
He's
I'll let you guys talk.
underground.
The one nice thing, obviously, that for all pets is that they don't die, and then dissipation after it ends, you get your fairy back,
Yeah.
which is also nice.
Catalyze thing for crit heals or whatever.
Yeah, so it's basically the heals are split into two. So when you spread
It's
low,
only for Adlo, right?
yeah, it's only for Adlo. So Adlo, when you do a spread low off a non-crit Adlo, it's gonna be better. It's 25% better. But when you spread a crit low, it's gonna be worse. Because where's that interesting bit? Yeah, this one, recitation. Yeah, that one's a bit good. It's a pretty good ability. 90 seconds, and it allows the next execution of Adlo, Sucker, Indom, or Xcog without resource consumption. That includes Aetherflow, by the way. It includes Aetherflow, and if it is a mana using ability, it also includes mana as well. That it just doesn't use, and it guarantees critical XP restoration, which is obviously nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Chain was nerfed by 5%. So was Litany. Okay.
You need to know how much like pet potencies are worth nowadays because they definitely
Yeah.
changed. But like, Fey Blessing is like stupid. If it's any reasonable number, like Fey Blessing is stupid.
Scholar's dead.
Dead, by the way.
Is
I'm just
Fate...
making sure that, 'cause that's all-
350 potency AoE heal from a pet.
This is all I know
I
about
mean, it's
Scholar,
like a,
so
sure,
that's
it's a
all I'm
6
gonna
second
give.
cooldown, right? But you do that, and then you bring in the Seraph, and you do these stupid constellations as well, and then you're just like, I don't know. Dude,
Yeah,
that's
in a raid
like
environment,
that's like a
Scholar's...
lot of healing.
Yeah, Scholar's gonna be nuts in a raid environment, obviously, but the people are just worried that it may feel very boring to play if you don't have to heal. Because you don't have to heal.
Like a healer.
If you don't have to heal, you're just gonna be sitting there just like, my bro button's broken now because I've hit it so many times.
You're no longer a summoner light.
Yeah.
You're now an actual scholar.
Yeah. And then the other
the thing that hasn't existed the entire time. It literally just hasn't existed till now.
Yeah. And then the other problem is that they're very MP heavy. At the Media Tour, people were saying that they found that Astra and Scholar were running basically on like,
I feel like
bingo fuel when it came to MP, and meanwhile White Mage
they
is
weren't
just
using their pet properly.
maybe, but again, it's hard to tell because they weren't 80,
Were there any
right?
healer mains?
Oh yeah, there were healer mains there for sure.
Okay.
I don't know.
But like Momo has talked a lot about Scholar, and he's just like, in a raid environment, Scholar is going to be absolutely mandatory. This job is dumb, like with the amount of utility it has.
Yeah.
Yeah. And well, technically, the Scholar has the best AOE. Yeah. Because it's instant, so.
Yeah.
That's cool. Obviously, White Mage just has the stun on Holy. But
Are we on White Mage now?
we can go to White Mage. I'm down to go.
No. Do you think I care about fucking healers?
Dude,
I appreciate them in the raid, but I don't play them.
Oh.
Dude, look at my fucking lodestone if we could.
I
You'll
know.
see that my White Mage is still level 15.
I understand.
Isn't that a
It's not
Conjurer?
Yes.
You know what I mean.
Yo, can we just go to Slamurai now?
Slammer. Let me just touch on White Mage quickly. So it's the the max MP restoration for a size is 5%, not 10. As well as there was one other thing I wanted to mention. Oh yeah, Asylum got like the increased healing. And
Oh yeah.
I wanted to check the Big Lily. Okay, so the Big Lily still does not their potency. Alright, sick.
One thing they did for all the healers is they made the Cure 1 like physic.
Yeah, a super short cast.
They made them 1.5 instead of 2.
Come on.
Yeah.
There we go.
Right. So they're like, okay, they technically have a use, like ish.
Yeah.
Not really though. You're still not gonna use it.
Yeah. And then
Especially on a white mage where you have all these free like tetras and shit.
Yeah. And then
You
for
have to use this Lily to get damage.
for Astro, their new AoE balance, you with the seals, you actually get it at level 50.
Yeah.
So it's 2, 4, and 6% for unique seals.
Yep.
We knew the numbers were a bit wonky on that as well. Mind you, the dots for both Astro and Scholar just suck because they're just a dot, whereas the White Mage has 120
It's a dot with potency.
potency on top of it, which is nuts. All right, we'll go to Slamurai.
The Slamurai.
Okay, I can kind of like go up a little bit.
Hell yeah.
You can go up a little bit.
Give me a second of that.
The job that just gets buffed every patch.
And it's
Hell yeah. This is
Okay, I'm a
truly
little
the
interested.
goring blade of jobs.
So I'm
Yeah.
a little interested, so I'll just go up a little bit. Just like there we go.
a little bit.
I'm
Yeah.
still like this. So.
Yeah. So first off, like every other AoE combo, now when you complete the combo, you get something from it. Theirs extends their Shifu and their Jinpu, which is their damage and speed buffs, depending on which AoE combo
One thing
you
I
do.
noticed on this is it's actually a typo.
But where's that?
If you look at Jinpu and Shifu, they both say 13%, but then if you scroll down to the trade, it says 12 and 13%, I believe.
Ooh, they lied.
Where's the trade? It's like down here, right? Yeah.
So they say both 13% for
Both say 13, but then down at the enhanced Jinpu and Shifu, it says 13 and 12.
Oh.
And I'm like, okay, but what is it? 13
I
or
mean,
12?
it's 1%.
It was 12 because it was 12 in the thing, and now it's
Yeah.
saying 13, and I'm just like, is it 13? Is it 12? Is it 13 and 12?
Is
like,
that
what is it?
is that the deal breaker between you playing
Yes.
Samurai or not?
Yes, I will
What are you
play
gonna play
Dragoon if
otherwise?
it's 12.
Ooh.
No, I don't shoot.
I'm holding you to that. Dude.
Hell no, I'm not playing Dragoon. Get out of here.
But they're faster now, dude.
Their jump is faster. Their kit
Also-
Yeah, that's all that matters, right?
Also, Stardiver looks baller as fuck.
I mean,
Yeah, why the
I
fuck
probably
would you-
will actually play Dragoon. But
Yeah, we need the piercing.
I'll just
damage,
become.
right?
I'm just gonna become Johnny. Okay, I'm just gonna play Samurai and Dragoon.
Yeah, Thrifty, we need the piercing debuff.
Mal
Oh wait,
for our 2 range physicals
Oh wait.
that won't need it.
you can
'cause
just
it's
imagine
exist. Yeah, that's why I'm using Samurai so they can imagine
it.
having.
The piercing debuff, also known as the Dragoon Tether.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, and you just use it on yourself anyway, because apparently you can use it on
But
just
yeah,
yourself
this
for some
job is
reason.
hilarious now.
Also, you could cause
They made everything they made everything line up on this job basically, which
Yeah.
is like
with Makyo
the
Shisui
main
being
problem
60.
was it had the like 40-second
Hagakure,
Hagakure,
80-second Makyo,
8-second Makyo Shisui,
2-minute Guren, which now has a
2-minute Gurren,
single target version.
and now you're just like, okay. So
The
now
single-
it's got 60-second Makyo Shisui,
Yeah,
60-second Iki Shoten, which is the new Hagakure.
yeah. So basically, every
But it doesn't
other
consume
usage,
your stuff.
yeah,
They're
every
speaking an entirely
every
different language, and I don't know what they're saying.
basically every other usage of this ability, you
So
get
basically,
at 68. Every other usage
me-
that you get
let me
is
explain.
a free Guren and Sene.
Let me
Okay,
explain.
let me get my book for translation because I don't speak
So-
Japanese.
Oh,
So
okay.
before, to use Hagakure, depending on how many of your like combos you had done, how many of the 3 sen things you
Yeah.
had. If you had 1, you got 20. If you had 2, you got 40. If you had 3, you got 60. Right?
Yeah.
And it was on a 40-second cooldown. But that means you couldn't use Midare, which was your big,
Big damage.
super slammer.
EI?
Yeah.
So basically, the trade-off is now instead of getting 60 on a 40-second cooldown and giving up a Madare, you still have the Madare, but it's 20 seconds longer cooldown and you only get 50.
Mm-hmm.
But then they also added this skill that every minute you can just use the thing you just used. So you can just use a second Madare that's like automatically buffed.
I'll be right back.
And yeah, it's kind of insane.
Yeah.
I don't know
That's
why
good.
they did that.
I'm happy for you.
And then they made a single target version of their AoE, which is just like more insane.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I'm happy for you, dude.
it's looking pretty nice.
It's
It
looking
looks
pretty
basically
nice.
it's basically the same, but it's just less cancerous.
Yeah.
Wait. Yeah. And I'm still
We gotta
cooking.
we gotta wait for Jaren to switch
9
the
minutes
job.
left.
Chat, say something else that actually will make me care. AKA a caster.
God damn it. That's not
I only
a
do
job.
I only do big damage. Or dots over time, or actually no, those are the only two jobs because there's no other.
Dots over time.
Yeah, there's no other job, right? Because there's another job that's dead.
There's a blue mage. What do you mean?
Thrifty, I'm gonna hurt you. That's a limited job, by the way.
Just play purple mage.
God. Dude, I'm telling you, expansion's not gonna come out until like an hour later.
Let me in.
Fucking let me in.
We got 8 minutes.
Open,
me in.
throw wide the
Okay,
gates. The expansion
For
doesn't come
Sam
out.
builds, the current build is super fast with and then crit. So it's probably going to be, considering TP doesn't exist now and yesterday TP existed and people were still doing the speed build. So with TP not existing and your rotation can't get like screwed up by, well, it can't get screwed up as much by speed because of Hagakure not existing. Speed's like nuts, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, I was just wondering how MP stuff is gonna work with you guys now that TP is gone.
Oh, it just doesn't do anything.
Okay.
Literally just everything's free. That's it.
Oh, is it really? Okay. That's
Yeah.
I really just wasn't paying
TP
attention.
was literally just removed. That's it. Like,
Oh, okay.
no other
That's
mechanic.
That's dope. Fucking throw
Basically,
wide
they took every skill and they made them sprint.
Okay. Dope.
Because I bet you TP is technically still in the game. It's just not visible.
Yeah, it's just doing something.
Knowing how the coding goes, they leave everything in that they take out just in case they want to put it back in at some point. So it's
No,
TP,
it's just commented
TP
out.
bar probably still exists. It's just not used by anything, and they just took it off the screen.
Yeah. It's all commented out.
Exactly. It's all commented out.
Then we go to
6 minutes.
the magic range DPS. Dude, it's not gonna be out though. I'm telling you. Are we still gonna do the podcast, or are we gonna stop immediately once the patch comes up?
Once the patch comes up, we're done, dude.
We're done. We're
I'm
done.
out.
You can't devote your time to having two things up at once.
Hell no.
I have
As
returned.
soon as this patch comes
Yeah.
up, this podcast is over, and I'm out. Like,
Yeah, basically. It hasn't come up yet, has it?
No, it hasn't.
It's gonna come up
I'm
exactly on time, probably.
Dude,
just
I'm
like,
telling you,
Xander
it's
keeps
gonna be
saying
an
it's gonna
hour.
be later, and please no.
It's gonna be an hour. I don't want it to be an hour, but it's gonna be an hour. Okay.
All right. So you guys went over the end of Samurai.
Yeah.
Did you
There's only
did you talk about
Go ahead,
Monk and
bro, no
Ninja?
speed. No.
no.
I mean, they're
Not man is annoying.
they're basically
Annoying
the same.
man.
They're gonna basically be the same. Black Mage and Summoner look promising. They look very good.
Yeah, they're the only two jobs.
So Zendrick, when he's looking at the job guys, he's like, oh, no job guy for Red Mage. Guess I can't play it.
No,
Oh,
yeah,
green,
there's
green, we're in. Oh,
We're in?
Is it?
Okay.
Hold up. Oh, it's
Oh.
only some worlds. Okay, it's gone. It went away.
And it's gone.
And it's gone. It went green for half a second, and now it's gone back to red.
Oh, it went green again.
Oh, it's green again. Oh, play button. Okay, I'm in. Hacking. Bzz.
Nope, it went red again.
I'm fucking in the load screens. I see Jaren is too.
What the fuck?
I'm
there we
not.
go. There we
Okay.
go. Oh, there we go. Oh,
Connecting to data center.
Okay, I'm just gonna say my word about
Oh, okay, it's undergoing maintenance apparently. Hello.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say my piece about the magic DPS.
Go ahead.
Fucking close.
Red-
Literally, I got to the fucking Shadowbringers thing, and it
Red mage is dead, kind of. Oh no! Oh,
it
that looks
opened and then it
beautiful.
closed.
Oh,
I
no.
literally
I'm
saw the
just
login
gonna-
screen. I started
just
connecting
gonna-
to data center. It closed.
Oh my god, look at that. Oh.
Yeah, I got to there, and then I
Oh.
clicked start, and it closed.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna wait.
That means
You fucking
yeah, you're just
fool.
gonna wait. It's gonna tell you you're gonna have to reconnect anyway.
You fucking fool.
Yeah, I never got that.
Oh, I have
but
a play button.
Oh, I have the play button now too. Oh?
Black mage.
Is it happening?
Lots of quality of life. I like.
Yeah.
Summoner. I'm gonna be interested of how to play it again because like I'm still confused. I just had to play it. and understand how
Connecting
it
to
goes.
data center?
Okay, connecting to data center. Nope,
Nope.
Rip.
Shit.
it's not actually up yet. I'm pretty sure.
No, it's not.
Okay,
It's
I
gonna
have
be up in like.
to
I'm
reconnect.
telling you, it's gonna be an hour.
It's definitely not in an hour.
Telling
Definitely
you
just
it's
up,
gonna be like
and we just got like single like tick
Cucked.
cucked. Yeah. It's got green worlds for some of them. Oh, it's not actually. All of them
Question
say
is the
maintenance still.
the question is it our worlds?
Okay, I need to open.
No, they all say maintenance. I'm just gonna.
They
wait.
all say maintenance.
I'm just
still.
gonna wait till 6
Yeah.
o'clock.
I'm just gonna
Alright,
be
then.
on this Shadowbringers screen listening to this nice music until 6.
Yeah, but Summoner looks promising.
And also, there's a movies thing here too. Nice.
I'll give Red
Yeah.
Mage a chance after I'm done with the other two casters.
So there's a movies thing on this front page now. So you can look answers, Heavensward demo, Stormblood demo, opening movie.
We didn't get to receive the
The code, no, it'll be in your email at some point.
No, I'm talking about.
The play button doesn't hate. I don't even have the play button anymore.
Pre-order theme says 2:10 minute. What? Oh, yeah, that's what we're saying. It'll be like about a
Yeah.
minute and a half.
When
I'm gonna click
maintenance
start
is
anyway.
done.
See what happens.
I don't even
I
have
feel
the
like
greens.
it's not gonna be.
No, I'm talking about the we don't have the trailer for the song.
Yeah,
Like
we
Dragon
didn't
Song.
get a song. We didn't get a song this thing.
Really?
They put it all into advertising.
Yeah, dude, that's what happened.
I mean, it's a good thing. I'd rather have the game known and more people playing it than a fucking song,
Uh-oh.
which is nice, but
Okay, the launcher's getting system errors now. Okay. Nice.
cool.
I got
But,
my Amudaisu.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited for everything. Red Mage will just be my last job to
Yeah.
well,
In terms of the casters, I think Black Mage got the best trait out of any job.
dude, Black Mage, it's Yoshi P's job. They're never gonna nerf that thing.
Okay. Yeah, my launcher's just lagging now, so they're clearly like turning it on.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, it's taking its time. It's almost loaded the there we go. I can type my password in.
Mine is still saying the game is unavailable for play during maintenance.
Yes. Mine was saying that too.
I just
But,
have one.
Now
yeah.
the play button. I'm clicking the play button now.
I feel like Summoner just got completely changed.
I'm gonna wait 10 seconds and I'm gonna click start and see if it goes at 6 on the dot. And it's probably just gonna crash the entire server.
It's gonna crash your computer, actually.
Yeah, probably.
Square Enix now has control of your computer.
Okay, clicking start, connecting to data center.
Oh, I don't even have the play button still, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm in.
You're
Okay.
in?
All right, let's do a.
Okay, I can't edit. It can't get my character data, so I can't edit my character, but I can. Queue is 53 players. I am now loading into the.
So what we'll do
Thrifty
is
Impact?
we will
I can't change to Viera.
we
It's
will
fucked up.
we will wrap it up as we're logging in here. So
Yeah.
where can they find you, Thrifty?
It's right there on the screen, dude.
Thrifty Shark everywhere. It's pretty unique. And then Zendrick, a new guest on the show, also known as Shut In Gaming. Thank you for coming on. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And they can find you at Shut In Gaming everywhere. You're going through a rebranding as well.
Yep, basically.
So,
But we don't know where it's gonna go, so
don't know where it's gonna go, but
I hope I can come back on the show. I like this. This is
yeah,
fun.
it's a lot of fun. Can't load my character. Don't give a shit. Log me into the game.
I need to load my character, but I can't.
Yep. Yeah. Once we get our characters all in,
I'll just
Do you keep the queue open, or do you just keep it and cancel?
no, you if you cancel it.
Oh, I had a
fine.
50 queue, so I just clicked cancel and then went right in. So,
If I cancel and then log in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still 369. So
Yeah. Right now you can find. Oh, can't even obtain character data. I don't give a crap.
yeah.
okay, I can't like.
So
I'm
wait,
trying
Darren,
to
did you?
fucking buy a retainer Fantasia quickly before they go up to 10 billion.
Jen,
Okay,
did
the
you
63.
completely switch to Aether?
Yeah.
He did it a while ago.
I have one character still on
super
promo.
laggy.
Yeah, I bet it is.
Did I buy that?
Do you buy the lag?
I
Yeah.
did buy that.
You did buy that lag.
No, I mean I've just bought something off the market board and it took about 20 seconds. Yeah. Yikes.
Yeah. We'll end it there. Thank you for everyone for joining in. Hopefully we'll do another one of these after a week or two of the expansion has started, and hopefully they'll have some new job changes for Scholar and all of the other jobs.
And Red Mage.
So, thank you guys for coming on. Appreciate it. And until next time, check you all in the
See ya.
expansion.
Peace.
See ya.